The most thrilling, spine-tingling series ever.
From the pages of R.L. Stine's best-selling books,
And the screams go on forever and ever.
We now return to Goosebumps.
Greetings, Goosebumps fans, young and old, big and small, living dead and undead. Welcome back to the Goosebumps Crew Podcast. As always, I am your host, Isaiah Vargas, and I'm joined by my good buddies, Nick Shaw and Hayden Graham. We are the Goosebumps Crew, and we're back to, what else, talk some Goosebumps. If this is your first time joining us here on the Goosebumps Crew Podcast, just want to welcome you, say hi, how you doing, good to see you. If you are or have ever been a fan of the popular Goosebumps series of books, or the monster franchise those books spawn, I have a feeling this podcast is going to be right up your alley, because I always say, me, Bjorn, and our friend Bjorn, and Nick are some of the biggest Goosebumps nerds on the entire planet. We could talk about Goosebumps for hours on end, and that's exactly what we do here on this podcast. Every week we got a brand new episode talking about everything Goosebumps, whether it's the books, TV shows, movies, video games, merchandise, whatever it is that has Goosebumps in the name. We're going to talk about so much that you at home are going to get Goosebumps as a result. So with all that said, if you like today's episode, make sure you leave a like and comment. If you're watching us on YouTube, subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit that bell notification so new episodes go up every Wednesday at noon Central, 1 p.m. Eastern. You'll get a nice little notification that lets you know that, hey, it's out, it's ready to watch, so go watch it. But if you're just dying to get those episodes early, trust me, I know that feeling. You are in luck because you can catch them a day early over on our audio platforms, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, wherever you find your podcast, you'll find the Goosebumps Crew. And, of course, you can follow us over on social media and Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Facebook, just to name a few. You can also follow Bjorn and Nick at Goosebumps Saucy Fan and Sean, respectively, on their social medias and their YouTubes. All those links are in the description below, so check them out. Join the Goosebumps Crew today. Become a crew member. We appreciate you in advance for your support. But crew members, beware. You are in for a scare. Now, today we are tackling another tier list. We've done a lot of tier lists here on the podcast over the last couple months. It's just because they're fun to do. And today, instead
we love our list.
We love our lists. And this time, however, we're doing another tier list, but instead of ranking a book or an episode collection based on their quality, we're actually going to go back to the original 62, and we're going to rank them in a different way. We're going to rank them because people are always like, well, what would it be like to be in a story like Welcome to Dead House? Like, what if you were there? How scary would that be? Like, how much of a frightening experience would that be? So we're going to go through all 62 original books, and we're going to rank them on how scary it would be to be in those situations yourself. Would they be really, really terrifying, or are there some that would just be like, oh my gosh, these are not scary at all? Is like, can I go home already? So this is going to be a really interesting list. And then, of course, we got our good buddy, our producer, Hayden, filling in for Bjorn tonight. So, Hayden, great to have you on. This is your second appearance on the podcast proper.
Yeah, these are always fun to do. Love doing the tier lists with you guys, and excited to rank these books out.
Well, let's not waste any more time. Let's get on over to it. So here we are. We have our
out of nowhere.
We have our tier maker, our tier list, and we have 5 different categories to rank all 62 books on. We have, starting at the top, we have a living nightmare. These are the books that, if you were in this situation, it would be a living nightmare. It would be the most horrifying, terrifying thing. You would never want to go through it ever, and it would just be the scariest of the scariest situations in the original series. Under that, we have pretty scary. These are ones that are you definitely wouldn't want to be in. Maybe not as terrifying, but they are very scary experiences, very creepy experiences you don't want to be a part of. Then we have kind of spooky adventure. These are ones that a little spooky, a little creepy. You know, not anything that'll blow your socks off, but definitely will give you the heebie-jeebies. Then we have Can I Go Now? These are ones that are just kind of like, they're not really that scary. They're boring, kind of. Maybe you'll get like a little scare here or there, a little jump, but nothing too spectacular. And then we have Care Bears is scarier than this. These are the ones that are not scary at all. These are the ones that are are more like, wow, this is just, yeah, you're not scared by it. You're just bored. You don't want to be there. You just want to go home to your bed or eat some Cheez-Its or something. So we're going to go through all 62 original books. This is in alphabetical order. So right here, we're starting off with A Night in Terror Tower. And should specify, too, this is based on the plot of the book. So in terms of this book, you have the idea of going to London. You're in this big creepy tower, and then you're sent back in time while also being chased by someone to the medieval times. And I don't know. I mean, I guess the idea of being chased by someone is kind of scary. I don't know if I'd be too scared being in medieval times, though. What do you guys think?
I think you would be. Medieval times was full of dirty people, plagues, and just people who would slit your throat for a chicken. Like it was crazy, dude. Uh, so going back to medieval times as part of this book is the scariest concept because I feel like when they're in present day, they could just go to the police and be like, "Hey, this dude is like following us, trying to like kidnap us or whatever." You can't do that in medieval times. People did not give a F back then. So I'm gonna say it's at least pretty scary.
Yeah, I would put
In
it in
my
pretty
opinion, I
scary.
would say it's at least pretty scary.
I think
Yeah.
I'd agree. It's the going back in time part of
Mm.
the
Well,
medieval stuff,
well, on top of that,
Black
too,
Plague and everything.
forgetting about like a lot of the things that you'd feel like you'd remember. I feel like forgetting your last name, forgetting your parents would be pretty scary because you're like, well, this is stuff I should know. Why don't I know this? So I would say pretty scary. I don't think it's like, I feel like you could probably traverse, but I guess being back in time just without any help from the modern world would be pretty terrifying. So,
Well, yeah, I mean, there's literally an executioner back then. He was
mhm.
looking to behead these kids or hang them or something. I mean, that's craziness. So
Yeah.
that's
So,
much scarier. And it'd be public too. I
yeah.
mean, for no reason. Oh, let's just hang these kids because it's medieval times. Why not? It's not like medieval times of today where you just go and enjoy a show and eat your dinner. That's not scary at all. I mean, but
Hmm.
and as for the forgetting, I mean, who knows? Their parents may just genetically had Alzheimer's from their parents, and and now they're just forgetting shit, and then they just think they're like this prince and princess, all of a sudden because they just made some shit up. So who knows? I mean, that's the route I would take.
Yeah. So, pretty scary. We're starting off pretty strong. Now we have Shocker on Shock Street. Now, basically, the plot of this is two kids get stuck in a movie studio with a bunch of creatures from movies that they've watched, the Shock Street movies. And I don't know. I mean, I
It
would,
I
kind of
don't.
depends.
I mean, I thought it was entertaining.
yeah. I
I
mean,
don't find it spooky or scary.
yeah. I mean, I guess it could be kind of scary of like the abundance of monsters, but it's all like it's revealed to be animatronics. And also, the whole thing is that the main characters are robots themselves. And so it's like, I guess you're never in real danger because people are kind of like watching you the whole time and they can intervene.
I would think,
Yeah, but you're a
yeah, for
robot.
me,
Like
I mean, if you want to get existential about it, then like,
I mean, am I a T-800 or am I like, Wally? There's a difference in robot too. So
hmm.
I guess if I'm a T-800, then yeah, no, this is scary shit. But these kids robots, I mean, and I thought the ending, at least of the show, just kind of parallel to the book a little bit, I guess. But I don't know. I'd still say I'm gonna go with Can I Go Now? I don't think it's Care Bear level, but
Yeah, I think it's just the thing is
what
like,
do you guys think?
I don't know. It almost kind of seems like being in a, I don't know, like one of those like haunted houses at Universal It's
Yeah.
like you're never in real danger.
Right.
It gives the idea of being in danger with a bunch of monsters around, but it's revealed that it's not real at all. It's just a bunch of like robots and animatronics. So
I mean,
yeah.
how scared do you get when you go to those places? That's
I mean,
kind of
you
where
go
I
there
would
to be
put it,
scared, but it's like a fun
Right.
kind of scared. So it's like, I
Right.
guess if you thought that you were in danger, then it would be scary, but you're never in real, actual danger. So,
And I don't get scared at all in those places, unfortunately. I wish I did.
Oh, I
And
do.
now my daughter doesn't either. And she's like, "You've ruined me." I'm like, whatever. It's like, you can still be scared if you want to. She's like, "I can't. I'm trying. You've killed it." I'm like, whatever. Still
yeah.
fun. So, yeah.
All right. I can already say that I think that this one's going to be Living Nightmare, Attack of the Jack-O-Lanterns.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
100%
This is
on that one.
unquestionably, I mean, this deals with child abduction, like essentially, and just missing people and aliens that eat people.
Ethan.
Yeah. Like, yeah, just the idea of like just being abducted. It's almost like I hate to make this comparison, but it's like almost being abducted like by like PDF files.
Michael Jackson. Oh,
to put it mightily. Um, but it's like, but
we're gonna treat
that's already creepy in and of itself. But it's, but you replace it with like flesh-eating alien pumpkin head monsters. It's scary. It's just scary to get whisked away from your home to somewhere you're not familiar with.
just,
What do you guys think?
the fact that, I mean, like the reveal was one thing. Okay, they're aliens. So that's okay. Apparently shape-shifting aliens at that. So,
Mm-hmm.
and then in the show they made him look like Earthworm Jim, and I didn't get that. I've said that before, but it's so weird. But the fact that they reveal they ate these people, like it's like, oh snap. Okay.
And the main characters
It's
aren't
like, oh,
safe. They're like, don't fill up on that candy
No.
because we're gonna be
Yeah.
back.
yeah, don't look like Nick over here, or I'll be back and snack on you. It's like, dang man. Like
Better watch your back,
That's a
Nick.
wild thing to say to your friends. Sheesh.
You better watch your back. No,
I can't, I'm too fat.
Hayden, what do you think?
Yeah, the pumpkin heads themselves, like even without the alien context, it always reminded me of the Headless Horseman kind of situation. So like, I don't know, that just always freaked me out. And if I was in it, I think I would probably just go into a corner and cry the night away instead of trick-or-treating. I definitely do not think that I would be out trick-or-treating with anybody like that around.
Yeah, definitely. It's Halloween stories are always just like a catalyst for disappearances and that sort of thing. Just a lot of mystery around it. It's almost like urban legend sort of thing. That can be very, very scary. And when you're like in the middle of it, pretty terrifying.
Yeah. Yes.
So I think that's firmly there in Living Nightmare. Now we
Especially
have
Halloween night. They're shapeshifters. I mean, everybody's in costumes too. So it's like,
yeah, it's like you never know like
technically,
if,
they could have
who
just
they could
been-
be.
yeah,
They're
exactly.
walking among us.
Yep. Scary.
It's just like E.T.
E.T. phone home.
And when he saw Yoda, he was like, "Oh, I know that guy."
Now we got Attacking the Mutant. I mean,
Jesus.
No.
The
I
book
feel
was
like
better than
Care
the
Bears.
episode.
I would probably put it in Can I Go Now, because even though I don't think it's the idea of like just a comic book sort of story is scary, I guess the idea of being hunted down specifically by a supervillain would be a little bit scary. It's like I guess if there was somebody who was legitimately trying to hunt you down and like murder you or something, it'd be a little scary. But it's the fact that it's superheroes and that there are like superheroes that are in this world. So it's like, oh, there's people who could save you, if they're not being like, that's it, I'm out of here. That's my Adam West impression.
Yeah.
Yeah, if they're supervillains, then they're superheroes, and in that case, I don't care too much.
Mm-hmm. I'd
It's
say the scariest thing is
I mean, I would be if the superheroes were like that. I mean, because Adam's like, oh, no, I'm too old for this. I'm out of here. It's like, really,
yeah.
dude? Just gonna leave me here? Like I'm
I
10,
mean, I
bro.
guess that yeah, if those are your superheroes, it'd be a little scary because they're like, well,
Straight
shit.
up ditched me, man. Left me
But
to the supervillain.
also, I would say probably the scariest thing is the ending because of again the existential thing of like being bleeding comic ink. Like I guess that's kind of scary because you're not like technically real anymore. But I just think the whole thing is just not very scary at all. So I would personally put
Or
it in
were
Can I
you
Go
ever
Now?
real? I
Yeah.
don't know.
Oh, was it all a
For
comic
real.
book? Are
It's
we
an
in a comic book?
Inception moment.
So I think Can I Go Now is where this is gonna plop for me. Now we have Bad Hair Day. I think this is bottom tier. I don't think this is
yeah.
scary at all. I don't think it's even more so than even in the book where it's like Amazo was a rabbit all along. I'd just be like, what? That doesn't make any sense. Like I wouldn't be terrified by it. It's just a talking rabbit and like some magician stuff. What do you
He's
think?
he's a magician that can actually do real magic. I don't know.
Ooh.
Like, ooh.
Yeah.
David Copperfield.
I honestly feel like that would be more cool than anything.
Yeah,
Like,
I was
even in
thinking
like
like
the
that's kind of
Horrorland
neat.
books, when they brought Amazo back, it just all of those segments in those Horrorland books just never really freaked me out. You know,
Hmm. Yeah. I feel like you need to like pull off magic type stories, magician type stories in a certain way but I don't find magicians to be scary. Like I just think
no.
they're cool. It's magic tricks and stuff. That's not scary. Rabbits aren't scary. I guess if it looked like the rabbit on the cover, it'd be scary, but it doesn't. It's just a normal rabbit. So yeah, I think Care Bears is scarier than Bad Hair Day. Now we gotta be careful what you wish for. I'm a little mixed on this one because I guess if I were in this story, I wouldn't make wishes so stupidly. So like that alone wouldn't be scary. I think it would be cool to have three wishes if you just used them wisely.
It,
Are
it
we
would be,
putting
but you
ourselves in
have
the
to think
age?
too, like, yeah, I
I
was gonna say you
guess.
have to put yourself in the age that she was too.
Yeah.
So in that sense, we probably would make some dumbass wishes.
Well,
Because
yeah.
I
I
know
mean,
I was that age still in my you know, possibly preteen years. Yeah, I'd
yeah.
be making some
I
dumb
guess if
freaking wishes.
I guess if you had to like think about it as the events happen in the story, like if you were in a situation where everybody turned into they turned into flies in the book, right? Because I remember that from the episode. It's been a while since I like actually read through Be Careful What You
Yeah,
Wish
I
For.
haven't read this one in a long time.
I guess if like everybody just disappeared because you made a stupid wish or that sort of thing, like your wishes were going wrong, I guess that would be a little spooky in a sense. I feel like this is just like a kind of spooky adventure overall.
Yeah,
Well, then you got to go with the how it ended over how the book ended over the episode too. Because when you factor in all the detail and then plus the ending, um, I would say kind of spooky.
Yeah, I feel like it's a kind of spooky adventure. If you put yourself in the shoes of like the main character and the events play out just how they do in the book, it is kind of spooky. But if you were really thinking about like if you were a rationally thinking person, like uh it probably wouldn't be scary at all. You would just be like, "Cool, I got three wishes. I wish for
can have anything I want.
yeah, wish for some
Like
pizza."
Bedazzled though, you got to put it, got to say it just right.
Yep, yep. You gotta. It's one of those things where you need to be careful what you wish for. Oh,
You wish
I said the
for
thing.
oh.
Oh, I gave away the ending. Now we got Beware the Snowman. This one's interesting because it's a desolate area with these like living snowmen. And then you also have
Yeah,
if I remember correctly, it's like a bunch of them are kind of like claiming to be the main character's dad. So I guess if you had like living snowmen that are like claiming to be your long lost dad, that'd be a little nerve-wracking a bit, I feel.
Dr. Brewer has made his way to the north.
To the north.
I'm your father. I'm your father.
Oh,
I think that'd be pretty scary.
yeah,
I wouldn't say that'd be a
yeah.
living nightmare because they're just snowmen. I mean, I feel
yeah.
like I go out and like roundhouse kick their face and it would just like collapse.
Yeah, they're easy to take down, but
You
Mhm.
know,
But
one
I
hot
guess-
bowl of soup is their so
Yeah, like the Campbell's commercial.
yeah, exactly. One hot
Oh my
bowl of
god,
soup
I
is a
saw an
week.
edit. I saw an edit of that commercial where it's like it's played completely straight until like the very end, where the kid's face is replaced with that guy whose face melted in Raiders of the Lost Ark.
oh my gosh.
I'm gonna have to find that.
It's so funny. If I can find it, I'll send it to you. It's so funny. But I do think that the desolate sort of like town area in like the north, mixed with just the idea that there's a bunch of like living snowmen just kind of like patrolling, I guess, like creeping around the area, can be scary. But I don't think it's living nightmare because snowmen, I feel, are pretty easy to take down.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
It's
not like
more the
30
being
Days of
alone
Night.
part.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not like 30 Days of Night where they were like in this isolated town where happened to be vampires that came along, you know,
Yeah.
and just were murdering everyone. Yeah, and it's kind of this is against snowmen. Yeah, bowl soup. Soup. That's
Yeah.
all I got to say. Bowl soup.
Now we got Welcome to
Campbell's
Dead
down.
House, and I think this is living nightmare.
Living nightmare.
Yeah, this is living nightmare.
Yeah,
Because the idea that you're in an entire you
These
move into an
vampire
entire
zombies.
town. Yeah, that like everybody in the town that you just moved into is a zombie slash vampire slash ghoul, whatever. And that
Yeah.
you're not even safe in your own house because these things are just creeping around in the walls and busting holes and shit. Like, it is terrifying. It's terrifying, especially as a kid, if you're putting yourself into the mind of a kid in this situation. Like, you can't go anywhere, you can't move, you can't make any decisions. So it's like, that would be terrifying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, put it like this:
And as-
anybody
you
who
know-
doubts it, huh?
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
I was saying anybody who doubts it. George Romero looked at all of these Goosebumps books, right? He's like, "That's the one I want to make a movie on."
Mm-hmm.
You know, if that doesn't tell you
social
that this one is
commentary, dude.
definitely belonging in that category, I don't know what does.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. Like as a kid, it's terrifying, and as a dad now, and you know, adult, I'm like, you gonna pay to fix that fucking wall? It ain't cheap.
That's where the scary stuff comes
You know
from.
what
Is
the economy's like now?
do you know what
Fix
this is
it.
doing to the real to the real estate? Oh man,
That's all you think about as an adult, though. Now, but as a kid, yeah, it's terrifying.
absolutely. No, I think that's definitely Living Nightmare. One of the scariest Goosebumps books, of course, is one of the scariest ones to be in.
Mm.
Stay Out of the Basement. I'm torn between Pretty Scary and Living Nightmare.
I would say Living
Hey.
Nightmare.
I was gonna say, I think I throw that in Living Nightmare.
Living
as
Nightmare?
well.
It is scary. The idea that like
Just
somebody
because the
close to you.
concept is exactly like your dad's changed his attitude. You don't know why.
Mhm.
He's bleeding green. He's growing shit out of his head, and he's acting really weird, like
Yeah.
angrily and
Yeah,
it's
he's like,
dude, like,
shouting verbally, like angrily shouting. Like it almost gives like abusive vibes, I guess.
Yeah.
Minus the the supernatural plant stuff. It is really scary, and the fact that it's happening in your own home, like in your basement, and then there's these creepy plants and all that stuff down there, and then there's like cloning, missing people. It is terrifying.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, then the concept anyway, when you're a kid, basements are typically scary to almost every kid. A lot of adults too. Basements tend to freak people out. Whether that's because of the cold, dark dampness, it just gives people the chills, or it's dark, the light's not working, but you got to go down there with a flashlight now because you need something, whether it's candles or, I'll put my batteries down here. Why would you put batteries in the basement for one? But whatever. Yeah, it's crazy. Like basements are just terrifying to most people, unless you're in a rich neighborhood and they got these really nice basements and you're not worried about it. Live where I live, though, it's terrifying as shit. There's spiders, there's little camel cricket things, and all these other creepy crawlies down there, and it's cold, and you're like, I just want to get out here. Couple that now with your cloned plant daddy, and
yeah. Then you got to do you flick off the light switch and do the forehand or the hand and leg crawl up the stairs.
Freaking ghost face just comes out and starts chasing you. It's like, dang, almost got him.
Yeah. And then movies nowadays don't really help with that either. There's a lot of movies that focus on basement scares. It is a prime example, really focused on basement scares, and sewers are kind of looking like basements. I don't know how my sewers look, but I don't think they look like those in the movies.
On the Welcome to Derry train. That show's fucking awesome.
Yeah, no, the Welcome to Derry is phenomenal.
Yeah,
they nailed it with this show. But yeah, I know basements, man.
Scary
already.
Yep.
Crazy scary concept.
Basement stuff is scary, and we'll revisit basement stuff with another book in a little bit. But yeah, definitely deserves its spot up there. The two first Goosebumps books are two of the scariest. Who would have thunk it?
Which makes sense.
Calling all creeps.
Because as we talked about on here, his early days of writing, he didn't really know what direction he was taking, so he kind of went almost.
He went a little harder. He didn't. He kind of like he loosened up more as he went on, or he tightened his grip.
Yeah, they kind of told him, "Oh, peel it back, my friend." Different age group in Fear Street.
I don't know about this. Calling All Creeps is interesting because
kind of spooky.
I'd say kind of spooky adventure because I don't know that I guess it is a little creepy that like you find out that people are monsters and then they're trying to like. But I feel like even despite their plot to want to turn everybody into people like them, I still feel like even if you're by yourself, you can find ways to probably like get rid of them or kill them or something. Like, and
well, I mean, if you're putting yourself in the shoes of the main protagonist, I mean, in the end, he was the leader, so
yeah. I mean, if you decide to embrace the whole thing and you're fine with it, then I guess it's not really that scary at all because that's what you want.
You just accept fate.
Yeah. No, I think it's kind of spooky.
Fighting it.
The fact that now you rule over all the bullies that picked on you, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
I think it's the only kind of spooky aspect to it is when you see their true form. I guess when you're a kid, that would probably freak you out.
Yeah.
So there is that. The fact that they kind of want to go hive mind on it too. So it's like where everybody's just like a mind slave to one commander. I mean, I could see where it's somewhat kind of sort of spooky, but
yeah.
I mean, I when I read it, I loved the book, but I never found it like particularly scary.
Oh yeah, it's a great story. It's just it's one that's not particularly terrifying. It's more like a revenge story than anything. So it's a kind of spooky adventure. The creeps are definitely like scary, but it's kind of like where it ends. So okay. We clown on this book a lot, but honestly, if you were turned into a chicken, like in Chicken, that would be pretty terrifying. So I would personally put it in pretty scary. I honestly would.
Yeah.
At least, yeah.
Yeah.
I think this is the one time that you're going to see Chicken be ranked towards the upper tier of a list.
Not
like
you had my list. It tops everything, even the haunted mask.
yeah, anything body horror is really just the idea that your body is changing in a way that you can't control. Like that's scary. Like just the idea of growing like a beak and your fingers become feathers. Like that's scary. That is scary.
Yeah, I mean, if I was turned into a chicken, with how much chicken the United States eats, or
Yeah.
discards, or anything, it's terrible to be a chicken here unless you just happen to have a
Avoid
loving owner.
KFC at all costs.
Well, that'll just make you sick. I used to love KFC though. Don't get me started. Anyway, they I don't know, the whole chicken thing. I think that'd be pretty damn awful. Of all the things to turn into, I mean, there's worse creatures to be turned into. Don't get me wrong. You definitely don't want to be the bug that the chicken eats, or something like that. You don't want to be a platypus. Apparently, nobody likes platypuses, but
Anything that's not part of a dominant part of the food chain is probably terrifying.
Especially in America.
Yeah.
and that's why it's so difficult to be like to believe in any kind of, like, what do they call that, reincarnation. It's like, oh, you can come back as any animal. Who chooses a chicken? Who chooses a cockroach? Who choose, like, come on now. No one chooses this. No one.
No.
So
Yeah, I would say pretty scary for the body horror alone, and especially being turned into a chicken. Again, stay away from any chicken restaurants. They will catch you on sight.
Chick-fil-A especially.
Yep. Now we got Deep
They're so
Trouble,
efficient.
and I don't find this one scary. You're searching for mermaids. There is a sea monster, but I don't know. I never personally found this one super scary. What do you guys think?
Same.
I mean, I like the concept of the book, but again, yeah, it's not scary. But not scary is it? Because
I mean,
could say I could go now.
Yeah, I
But
would
I
say
also
can
could
I
say
go
Care
now?
Bear.
There is a huge sea monster, and like that does kind of make it a little scary if you encounter it because it's like freaking massive. But it's not the main focus of the story. It's mostly on searching for this mermaid, and that's not scary at all. So I would personally put it in Can I Go Now? Only because of that sea monster.
Only if it's a mermaid from Harry Potter. Those things were terrifying.
Yeah,
They
those
are
things will eat
the
your,
beautiful Ariel mermaid.
yeah, those things will eat your face off.
Oh yeah.
Now we
Do I have
got
face on my face?
I got that reference. I understood that reference. Now we got Deep Trouble 2.
Derpfish.
Derpfish.
One of my least favorites by Tim because of Derpfish.
I'm gonna be honest. I feel like the mutant growing fish and like animals like lizards and then like the mutant fish people, I feel like could be a little scarier than the first one. I'd personally be willing to put it in kind of spooky adventure.
Yeah.
Just because of the mutations, yeah, I could see that.
If you're going up against mutant like fish and stuff like that, like I think I mean I guess it's kind of cheating, but when I think of like the episode like the puffer fish with the needles that like are firing out and they're like
Right.
massive. And yeah, just the idea of like stuff like crabs and lizards like being super huge compared to like humans. And the idea of coming across these deformed people who look like fish, it is creepier than the first book. So I'd say kind of spooky
Yeah,
adventure.
some Island of Dr. Monroe kind of stuff.
Exactly. So
So I could see that. Maybe even a little more terrifying, depending on if it was turned up a notch.
Mhm.
But given this is Goosebumps, not Fear Street, yeah, I would say kind of.
Yeah, like if people were getting eaten by fish and stuff, like Jaws.
Yeah.
Yeah. If the mutation sea creatures and stuff were just like straight up ripping people apart and
Yeah.
eating them and stuff,
Ugh.
it would be a living nightmare.
Yeah.
But this adventure's kind of spooky.
Don't go to sleep. Honestly, I think this is bottom
Care
tier.
Bears.
Yeah. This is bottom tier.
Which sucks because the cover's so good.
It is good, but
it always freaked me out as a kid.
But I don't feel like that cover does the book, or the book doesn't do the cover justice.
Yes. Yeah.
Because it doesn't have anything to do with it's like, it's really just kind of like, what kind of wacky situations can we put this kid in? And it's like, oh, he's in the body of a squirrel, he's in the body of a little kid, he's in the body of, a man. Like it's no different than just being like, oh, you're just having a bunch of weird dreams. Like they're not even like scary dreams.
Yeah. This book is the epitome of don't.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, for me, like one of the worst things that I cannot get past was the cover. Like, because I thought it was about a monster under the bed or in the closet, and it's like, don't go to sleep, or like, obviously, like it'll steal your children or eat them or kill them or something. And then when you read it, it's like, oh, good Lord, what? This is not like this at all.
Yeah.
The reality
is the epitome
police.
of don't judge a cover by its book.
Yeah.
Flipping the iconic saying on its head.
Yep. Yeah. Just like how a cover can make a really good book look stupid, so too can could a good cover make a really bad book look good. Funny enough. So yeah, not scary at all. It's stupid, honestly.
Pretty bad. The episodes works somehow.
Yeah, the episode I never found scary. I just found it funny.
I can't stand that episode.
Now we got egg monsters from Mars, and I find this more scary for anybody who's claustrophobic. Like if you're claustrophobic and you're sealed in that freaking laboratory, that freezer, like that's already scary. And with a bunch of living egg creatures, yeah, I would say pretty scary. Because I think
I think egg creatures are creepy, but I don't know if it'd be like scary. Because again, it's one of those things like if you see Chucky in real life, you know what I mean? Like you just want to kick the little bastard. Like you just give him a good solid kick and the game's over.
Yeah.
Same thing. It's like, how do these kids not just go up to him and just straight up kick him? Like, come on. But eggs, they should fear me. I will eat them all.
Yeah. Well, and I wouldn't, if it were just the egg monsters, I would say that'd be kind of spooky. But like I said, I feel like the idea that this scientist, like if you were locked in a freezer by this scientist and he would not let you go home, he deliberately like misled your parents who are looking for you, and not to mention he's like got the thing freezing so like you could die of hypothermia. That's scary. I think that alone kind of propels it into pretty scary, because the idea of somebody who's like in the name of science trying to like essentially kill you, like the guy is insane. So I would personally put it in pretty scary. I don't know if you guys agree.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So put it in there. Like I said, egg monsters.
Sold it on me. Sold it on me.
If it were just the egg monsters, I'm like, yeah, it's a little creepy. But like, again, too, and they're revealed to kind of like be good-ish. You know, they protect the main character, but they kill the villain.
It's good.
So I guess there's a little bit of creepy factor in like where did that guy go in the end? Like they just kind of like rush him and just like cover him, but it's like they disappear. It's like, did they eat him? Did they take him away? Did they go back to Mars or something?
Totally think they ate him.
They probably did eat him, but like then you don't even know where they went. So they're like they could be out there somewhere. So who knows?
Oh, they for sure are. In your grocery stores, in your fridge.
And I guess I would be a little nervous if I shat an egg, so. Oh god, that's a great ending. That's so funny. Ghost
Be
Beach.
afraid I'd be in chicken, not egg monsters
Yeah.
at that point.
It's funny how they're both next to
Eggs?
each other.
You laying eggs?
Oh yeah, Ghost Beach. Man, I don't know.
Try not
See,
to
I
let the
enjoy-
episode taint
Yeah,
this opinion.
so they're putting aside the quality of the story.
Right.
I guess the idea of like
You were
just
put in this situation. You got to think
Well,
of
it's
it
like-
like that. It's in the situation.
I feel like in this situation, I wouldn't be like going and tempting the spot where a possible ghost is. Like somebody be like, "Don't go into that cave. There's a ghost in there," and then the character's like, "I think we should go in that cave."
I think it depends on the type of person you are, though, because there's ghost hunters and there's people who play with Ouija boards.
Yeah.
So
I mean, it's not like these kids are the freaking Ghostbusters
yeah,
or anything.
yeah.
Well, I mean, they could also just be like nature enthusiasts and they want to spelunk. Let's go into this cave.
I guess the idea of
So-
finding out that like all the people you've met in the last few days are dead is a little creepy, especially
Your
including your cousins.
Who look like your grandparents.
Yep.
Uh,
Just again, disclaimer: I'm not a
I don't know.
I don't know. I would say this is kind of a
I think it'd be
spooky
pretty
adventure.
scary.
Yeah, pretty scary.
Only because, like, I would think so, just because, again, you're dealing with the supernatural. You find out, like you said, like everyone you've talked to, you didn't realize was dead the entire time.
Mhm.
So it's kind of in the concept of a dead house scenario. Like people you've been talking to are dead, you didn't even know it. So I mean, I could see again putting in people like that age in that situation. Life has beaten me down to the point where I'm not really scared of anything anymore. But back then when I was, bright-eyed and cheerful, I was like, "Hey, life, love it." That probably would have scared me. If I was a kid, being like, "Oh my god, everybody's dead, little Timmy." No.
Yeah. Now, as an adult, you're like, that's fine. I'm dead inside.
I'm dead inside.
Yeah, exactly. I am dead inside. By the way, are you helping pay rent now that I know you're here? Like, it's like, come on.
Yeah.
Nah, you got to go.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Look, if you're gonna stay in this house, you better help me. You better help me with this mortgage.
Yeah,
If you're
there's
not,
dishes
fuck
that got to
off.
be done. The carpet needs to be vacuumed. Like, let's get on it.
I don't care if you're a freaking ghost. You're gonna help me mop the floors. Yeah. I guess that makes sense.
Timmy.
Now, Ghost Camp, I think that's personally, if not at least pretty scary. I would personally think that's living nightmare, because again, it's the idea of everybody around you is dead, but then there's also this like freaking black smoke that like killed a bunch of people. And then you got campers who are like sticking their hands in fires and putting sticks through their feet and stuff like that. And just kind of like the hot and cold nature of like the counselors and the campers. There's a whole scene where everybody just like, they're all having fun around a campfire, and all of a sudden they're just looking at the main characters, just staring at them. Like that.
They're waiting for him to throw that flower into the fire when he can tell a story. Oh wait, that's a different franchise. My bad.
Oh, wait a minute. No.
Yeah, I would definitely say Living Nightmare.
I would say Living Nightmare. The camps are already scary, but like if you went to a camp where there was not a single living person and there was this thing that could potentially kill you that's just lurking about, plus all the like the really creepy pranks that are being pulled on people floating, and as I said again, people sticking their hands in the fire and stuff like that. It'd be scary. It'd be scary to witness all that.
See, I never found camp scary or anything. Like, I love going to camp. It was just, the Boy Scouts were scary. That was about it.
I guess it's more the isolation. you're in the middle of the woods.
False
Like,
promises.
You always tell ghost stories and stuff at camp too, you know?
yeah.
Yeah,
So,
you get to eat junk food and
yeah.
play
I
all
mean,
these really awesome games.
yeah. I guess it depends on the kind of camp, because if you go to a shitty camp and it's like, I don't want to be here.
Yeah, you're ready to go back home.
Yeah, don't go to Crystal Lake.
Yeah,
probably
no, that's.
You probably get the
I'd
mean
say if
end
you're
of a
going to Crystal
machete.
Lake, yeah.
Don't go to the camp
You're
from
not supposed to talk
Sleepaway
about
Camp either.
dick.
Don't go there.
Yeah.
There's a girl with a dick running around. Oh man. Okay, so go eat worms.
Care Bears.
Sucks. We have established that
Bears.
go eat worms sucks.
They're
Now-
worms, bro.
Even the concept to me isn't scary though.
Well, I will say, if there were worms that were just kind of like popping out of nowhere, like in your bed and in your food, it'd be a little spooky. And I guess if you were
I
like,
would be more like, why the fuck are you pranking me right now with these worms in my shit? Like seriously, you've ruined my dinner.
and even
Or you're
the
cleaning the sheets.
well, also we got to bring up the giant phallus worm. If you were in a cave with a massive, like, huge worm, it'd probably be a little spooky. I would at least maybe put it in kind of spooky.
I can't, just because man, it's worms, dude. Like they have no eyes. Like I feel like they're just full of poop. Like literally, like I feel like it's like all they are.
That's why it's so scary if there's a giant one, because it's full of poop. That's like
It's
that's
more
like
of
hundreds
like-
of pounds of feces.
It's more of just a gross
Like,
out story.
Mhm.
It's not
I
really
feel like-
scary.
I feel like if I just had a thing of salt on me, I win. Like it's not even a scary thing. It's like
I thought that was snails.
hey, that's worms too. Remember we talked to
Oh yeah, no, you're right. You're right.
who was it who said that? Man, who was that who said that? Was it Alan?
I think it was Alan.
I think it was Alan. Said that I think they put salt
Worm
on the
wrangler.
worms to make them wiggle. And yeah, they had a worm wrangler of all freaking things. But some of the salt did kill some of the worms. Most survived. So they can't say no worms were harmed in the filming of this episode, because some were.
Yeah.
But
Well, where would you throw it then, Nick and Hayden? Would you guys put it in like, can I go now, or?
Honestly, I think Care Bears for me, just because even the giant phallus worm, I think of the Alaskan bullworm from SpongeBob, and it just, nothing about it is scary to me. It's just gross out. That's all it is.
Yeah. What do you think, Nick?
yeah, I'm still sticking with Care Bears on that one myself too. I don't find it scary at all, because it's not like, I could see it if it was like when it's like ants, because ants colonize and they can actually tear you apart, and they're super strong for such a tiny creature. Now, if they were that size and they were, okay, that's a little scarier. They move fast. They got these giant pincers. And have you ever looked at the photo of a zoomed in ant's face?
It's
stuff of
horrifying.
nightmares, bro.
Yeah.
It's horrifying.
Stuff of freaking nightmares. I didn't know that was what an ant looked like up close, and I thought it was something else. I thought it was like an alien or some crap somebody was making up. No, that was an ant. I was like, oh Jesus.
Well, it's like that scene from Indiana Jones, Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, where there's all those fire ants that like start rushing all of them. Do you know the scene I'm talking about? Yeah, that was terrifying.
Fire ants too. On top of that, there's too many different types of ants, and none of them typically have good names. Crazy ants, fire ants. And why is that? Because they're awful. And they will
Bullet ants.
bullet ants. Like, to me, that's just a Family Guy skit waiting to happen. A bullet ant just getting ready to shoot you with like a gun. Cartoon ant with a gun.
Yeah.
So, no, that's where I'm throwing it though.
No, makes sense. I guess I kind of just think of it like, I mean, I guess I feel like if it were like, if you were going up against like a huge thing of worms, I don't know. I guess the gross factor kind of does factor into the creepy factor for me, but I guess I can understand.
Well, they keep saying factor. They even did it on Fear Factor back in the day. It's like you lay in a bed of worms, and some people can't handle the creepy, slimy crawlies all over you. But that's really all it is.
Yeah, I guess
Worms can't truly hurt you even at that size. So
now, if it were like the Disney Plus show version where they're like crawling into your skin and shit, like
that would, yeah, I would say that would be a little creepier.
But that's not what happened in the original book.
No.
So,
no, this is not. Yeah.
So,
ironically, the best go eat worms comes from the worst version of Goosebumps.
How fun. Now we got How I Got My Shrunken Head, and this was another one where I'm just kind of like, come here. I don't know. I don't find this one scary at all, personally.
I kind of have a hot take here. I would at least put this one in pretty scary. Simply because of the fact that, have you ever looked at a real shrunken head before? Have you ever seen a photo of one in real life? It's freaky.
I've actually seen one in person.
Yeah, they're freaky. And it's the concept of knowing that, like, obviously they make the fake ones, right, that you can buy on eBay or whatever. But if you get a real, authentic shrunken head, that was a person that you are holding in the palm of your hand. That is terrifying. So
like Doc Ock.
Just the concept of that itself, without all of the magic and shit from the book, the concept of a shrunken head in and of itself is freaky to me. Yeah. So I don't want any part of it.
No, understandable. I do think that the shrunken head itself is like, it is probably the creepiest part of it all. But I don't think that the jungle adventure and, the jungle magic, I don't find that particularly scary at all. I guess I would probably just at least put it in Can I Go Now, because it at least has a little bit of that creep factor in it. But I just never found this one to be scary as a whole, at least.
It read more like an Indiana Jones adventure than anything to me. So I guess I didn't really find it that scary either. I feel for me it could go in either kind of spooky or Can I Go Now? Because shrunken heads in general are one thing, but it's not like the protagonist was getting his head shrunk.
I guess if that was like, if there was like stakes like that, it'd be a little like I guess.
Well, am I getting it confused with the episode?
I don't,
because it wasn't an episode that he was gonna have his head shrunk.
No, I don't think so.
Episode didn't.
No, the episode
was.
What were they hanging him from, though? They had him upside down, dangling from something over a boiling
It was like
pot.
some kind of like hot liquid that they were like dangling him from a rope from, and then he used his jungle magic. Kalia. It was just like, it just did whatever he wanted to. I guess it just did the rope, and he was just flying, and he's just like, whoop. He's doing flips in the air and shit.
90s graphic.
He's just like, ha. He almost said it like the guy in Kalima. I just expect him to just like rip out somebody's heart.
I thought this was about shrunken head.
Kalima. Yeah, he like shrinks someone's head by like doing this and just goes. That would be fun. That would be cool.
Just a little jungle powder over you, Beetlejuice shrunken head action.
I guess considering the just sort of like how split we are, I'll throw it in kind of spooky adventure, because I can see where like maybe somebody would find it a little like spooky, a little creepy. But I feel like I guess I can feel like it's right in the middle there. So take it for what you will. One that I don't find scary at all is How I Learned to Fly. I think this is the least scary Goosebumps book. I still think it's a good one, but it's undeniably the least scary Goosebumps book.
It was
Bjorn was here to agree with you.
Yeah, it's meant to freak people out who are scared of heights, and I am one of those people.
Well, Yeah.
I'm not. So
I mean, I
for
guess
me,
if
this
you're
was
in this
not a
situation,
great
though, it's
book.
like if you're scared of heights, then just don't fly. Just don't do it.
If you
At
can
that
fly,
point,
you
you're
shouldn't be
just
scared of
torturing
heights anyway.
yourself. Yeah. Well, that's the thing. It's like if you're scared of heights, then why are you making a dough to fly? Like, why? Just, I don't know. Just as a concept alone, it's just like if you were in the situation, it's like it'd be fucking awesome to go. If you could fly, that'd be fucking awesome. The conflict mostly just
Tons of
comes from
people
this competition that
choosing
these two kids
powers.
have.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, most people when choosing powers, a lot of them would say they would love to fly. I'm one of them. I would love to fly.
Yeah.
Uh, I am way too fat for this world to fly, though, unless I'm in a plane. So
And as a sneak peek,
that's just a secret out.
as a sneak peek for a video that I'm actually working on, Travis Scott actually kind of somewhat used this book, a little bit in some inspiration for some stuff. So you guys can watch that video when it comes out. But
Yeah. But for now,
You'll have to stay tuned for that. It'll be a good one.
Care Bears is scarier than flying. They fly in that show, and it's not scary there, unless you're scared of flying bears. If a bear was flying at you, that'd be scary.
I think it's scarier that they shoot junk out of their tummies, but
Oh, how
bears would be scarier.
yeah. How to kill
Shoot
a
your love all over
monster?
me, Care Bear.
How to kill a monster?
I think
I mean,
that'd be pretty scary, at least.
I guess it'd be pretty scary. I guess it's just
Well,
the
if you
fact that
consider, like,
that there's so many ways that they can kill the monster kind of diminishes the threat a little bit. For me, at least.
it does, but like it keeps coming back. But I mean, I think it also helps the atmosphere, the ambiance that they set. I mean, being in a swamp and by yourself, basically, because your grandparents or whatever decided, oh, we're gonna go to town. We're gonna leave you here by yourselves. Don't get eaten by gators or nothing crazy. Yeah, you city
Swamp
kids don't know
gas.
what's going on around here. Swamp ash. So
I love the way
yeah,
that he says
to,
that.
to
It's just
me,
swamp. And then they're just eating soup, and it's just like,
if Zach Baby TV was there, he would tell them all about swamp gas.
oh God, oh Jesus.
Yeah.
Ooh, I live in your basement. Okay, I think this is another one that needs to go in Living Nightmare because it basically is a living nightmare. If you were in a situation where you got clonked in the head and then all of a sudden you start getting calls from this kid who says he lives in your basement, and then like you start. I remember the time when I first read this book, the reveal that like the girl character is actually his sister was like a huge mindfuck moment. So it's like if you were going through that and you're like, wait a minute, like you're my sister? Like what? I thought you were just my friend. And then
What we did was wrong.
so it's like psychological stuff can be pretty like can mess you up pretty much. Oh, and also there's a kid who can freaking turn his insides inside out, and that's
Yeah, then there's
horrifying.
that.
Yep.
Yeah, there's that too. And the detail, oh my God, this may be one of the goriest Goosebumps books alone for some of that detail of when he's turning inside out.
Stein was getting towards the end of the run with the original 62. He had to bring it back full circle.
Yep.
He knew Series 2000 was coming. He's like, I gotta spice it up. Get ready for this new run.
Yeah, I stand by it. This is a hidden gem among Goosebumps books, as I Live in Your Basement, and I think it's terrifying. It is a terrifying psychological thriller of a story. So if you were in that scenario.
I wish that, I love Stein and I love a good chunk of his work, but obviously, as we've seen, there's some duds along the way. Not everything's going to be a winner. But it's amazing when you get these gems like this after a while, because I don't really remember too many before this one that I was like too thrilled about. When I read them, I'm like, yeah, they're okay. But this one was like next level horror. I was like, oh, for a Goosebumps book, yeah, that was crazy.
When you have Haunted
So
School, Werewolf Skin, I Live in Your Basement, and then soon after you have Cry of the Cat, it was like he was on a roll of bringing it back to being tense for children. So,
yeah, he was going on a little bit like I said, nothing wrong with the other ones, and we'll get there, and I'll share my thoughts on them too. But maybe it's because I was a little older at the time when the end of the Goosebumps books 62 run was coming about, and getting into the series 2000, I really liked them a lot. Um, Again, not to say they weren't terrible books before this one. I obviously really enjoyed them, but this one was like I said, like next level horror in my opinion.
for sure. Now we have a
However, this one,
sink. Okay, so
however, this one,
I feel like we have to like think this one through, and I'll explain why. If you were in this scenario, you move into a new house, so it's like, okay, killer sponge, whatever. It causes bad luck, you know, in the story, you know, like their dog runs away, a lot of bad things happen to them. I feel like where the scary thing comes in is the fact that if you try to get rid of this thing, it could possibly like result in your death. It was like they say in the episode version, it's like if the owner tries to get rid of the gruel, it dies. Like the owner dies. So like that could be scary to a kid. It's like you have to basically live with this thing. And that could be scary, but then the way to beat it is to just like be nice to it.
love it.
Yeah, just sing it songs, put headphones on it.
It's what works for me.
Keep it as a pet.
Until you figure that out, though.
Yeah, you're
right?
kind of like trying to figure.
Yeah,
It is.
I always thought this one was creepy. I'll make my argument for it. I always thought it was creepy.
I would at least say it's a kind of spooky adventure because you need to figure out how to like keep it at bay, and you can't outright get rid of it either. It's like you can't just kill it, you can't like bury it. You just have to continue to be nice to it to keep it at bay, otherwise it's gonna fuck with your life.
It's growing.
Well, what the hell happens if you lose it? Right?
I guess
Like,
you die.
That's like, imagine having like, okay, so you got car keys, right? You lose your car keys, oh boohoo, you can't drive to work. You lose this sponge, you die.
You die.
Right? Like that's you got to keep track of something that is alive. I don't know. That's a little
and it
freaky.
could like just mess with your life over and over again. And things like your dog running away, like just the dog doesn't come
I
back
would make
until
it like regret picking me. Like
yeah.
I would use it to like wash my dog's butt, or
But that's not loving it though.
or to clean the toilet. I'd wash it off after and be like, "I love you. You're such a good sponge." And he'd be like, "You don't mean it, but you don't know that."
The one question about this book that I do have that I don't know if it was ever answered: who was the Gruel's owner before the book?
I don't think they
die?
say, but I think they say. I think they insinuate that the past owner, did pass away.
Okay.
Don't know.
Yeah,
Since I read it. I just remember that
to
episode a
that
lot
house.
Yeah.
They kind of inherited it at that point. So
Yeah. So, I'll put it in kind of spooky adventure. There is sinister,
yeah,
like
there's an element of threat there for sure.
Mhm.
yeah.
You're
You're
a
stuck
kid, you
with
find
this
out
thing
you-
forever unless you die.
Yeah, you're stuck with this until you die.
Yep. Should have chose a better house.
Or you can pawn it off to Consuela.
Yep. Legend of the Lost Legend. I don't think this is one as scary.
Not at all.
I don't think it's scary at all.
I guess the idea of getting lost forever, because that's
like the cover. I know a lot of people don't. That's a hot take.
Mm.
I like the cover, but again, I like Tim's art. Are there things I'd change about it? Of course. The book itself, though, yeah, this is a Care Bear one for me, I think, in my personal opinion.
I will make the argument that I put it in Can I Go Now because I do think the ending where it's revealed that they're essentially lost forever is scary. Like, just the idea that you can't go home can be a little terrifying, but I don't think the journey there is particularly creepy or scary in any way. So I would at least make the argument to put it in Can I Go Now, but I wouldn't be surprised if we threw it in Care Bears either. Hayden, what do you think?
To tell you the truth, this book is the only Goosebumps book out of the original 62 that I never read because I got like into the first chapter and I was just not about it. It wasn't scary to me. So for me, it's Care Bears.
Yeah, I will give credit to that ending, but yeah, I'm not against it being in Care Bears. It's not a particularly scary story or a good story for that matter. So, so.
And depending on who you are, being lost forever might not be a bad thing. Depends where you're lost.
Maybe the scariest thing about this book is it's scary how bad it is.
Then it'd be a living nightmare for sure.
Yeah. Now we got Let's Get Invisible, and I guess I would put this one in between pretty scary and kind of spooky adventure. You're a kid, you're messing with this mirror. You know, it's cool. You think it's cool to like be invisible, but then there's the sinister like mirror twins that swap out with you if you use it too much. And you probably wouldn't even know until it's too late.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of actually would put that in a living nightmare, in my opinion. And
Yeah,
I'll
being
say
replaced
that
with somebody is really freaky.
Yeah.
I'll say that with this thing that because mirrors in general like have a very weird history. Like so many like cultures and people believe that like, you know, it's a gateway to another like dimension, and that's what this book technically does. And that you get in this book, you know, your mirror reflection of yourself, basically the evil version of you. Um, and the fact that you can be trapped in that mirror in like a mirror dimension, basically until you starve and die or dehydrate
And not
die,
like
because you're
Doctor
not going to fight.
Strange.
Yeah, no, this is not the multiverse of madness. This is just straight up mirror death. And now there's a mirror replacement of you out there in the world.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's a scary concept, personally.
Yeah, it is scary. I guess, yeah, then now that you like really think about it, it is like just to be replaced and trapped forever, seemingly. And the episode insinuates that there's like people who have been there for God knows how long. They're just floating around in there forever.
Mm-hmm.
And even at the end, it shows that like their little brother is still like trapped in there. So it's like you don't even know what those mirror doubles are like planning to do.
Yeah, and I don't know if they're created after you look at the mirror and how they take over, you know, their own personality. Do they copy you? It's interesting, and I think it could have been explored a bit better. But yeah, it's a scary concept. Like I would say it'd be a living nightmare to live in that mirrorverse.
Yeah.
Nobody's looking for you either because your clone's out there.
Yeah. It's in the attic in a secret room. It's like you'd have to really go looking for that. The only reason they got lucky is that they were looking at it all as a group. If it were like one person that only found that and messed with it, that's it.
Yeah.
All right, now we got the Monster Blood Quadology. Jesus.
You guys know me.
Well,
I know, yeah.
I'm a fan of the Monster Blood books. I know, but I will not let
so where would you put this?
Okay,
I
it's not
will-
that scary to me. It was
Speaking of
just
the
always
concept of
cool.
the story.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
it was
here's the thing.
always cool to me.
If I were in this series, if I were Mr. Evan Ross himself, after the first book, I wouldn't touch the damn shit. So I would make sure that the 2 through 4 didn't even happen. But of course, that's not how it works. So I guess I would personally say, I guess I would put the first one in kind of spooky adventure, mostly because of the inclusion of Sarah Beth. The first time coming across this stuff, I would say would be a little creepy. I think afterwards, I don't know. I don't know what it would be like to be in these. I would more just be annoyed than anything else.
I think it's situational.
I will say I don't think the third one is scary. Like being a giant, I don't know. I don't think that would be really
You froze Isaiah.
per se.
It might just be me, but Hayden, is Isaiah cutting in and out for you
He
too?
was
or-
there just for a second.
Okay. Do I need to repeat?
Yeah.
Okay. So I would say the third one, I don't think that one is very scary because you're just a giant, basically. And like, I guess it's, oh, I'm too big to fit in my house. I don't know.
Right.
Like, that the stuff's gonna wear off eventually. So I wouldn't be that. I would just wait it out. So I would at least
Yeah,
say
I think it'd be cool to be a giant.
Yeah.
yeah.
Monster Blood 2, again, situational. I think the scariest thing is if that hamster on the cover, Cuddles, was legit. Like, that'd be terrifying. If you
Yeah.
walked into, like, school lab and you saw, like, there's Cuddles. Oh, my God, where'd he go? Why is this cage all torn up? That's like a sci-fi horror already. Like,
Yeah. I guess I could place
Here-
that one in
here,
kind of
up in
spooky
the-
too.
hear him scampering up in the vents.
I think that
and
makes
stuff.
sense
It's like,
because we put Deep Trouble 2 in the same
Yeah.
category.
Big animals are creepy. They are spooky in a way.
mutated animals.
And I would
One kill.
I don't know
know.
about 4.
I
I
don't know,
guess
Hayden, what do you think about this one?
I only read this one once. So I'm
Were
trying
you
to remember.
scared by it? Were you shaking your boots?
I would probably put it still kind of spooky adventure. I don't know.
I guess.
But again, my bias is towards this series. I don't want to impact the
So
list.
so make your case. Like, what makes it scary or kind of spooky?
I don't know, man. There's part of me that wants to say, can I go now? Because it was not as the first one is the one that really freaked me out the most. They're all not that scary. Again, I just thought that the books themselves were cool, and I liked the concept of this weird goo that made things big. I don't know, but I don't know. I think Can I Go Now is probably good for 4.
I guess the idea of it multiplying, like if you were used to dealing with the regular type of Monster Blood, it would probably be a loop if you were Evan in this scenario to have blue Monster Blood, and it has different properties and it's got like eyes and whatnot, so it's like living creatures that multiply. I guess that could be kind of creepy because it's like, well, I'm not used to this. So, but I don't think Monster Blood 4 is a particularly scary story in general, so I don't think I would even still be like terrified. At least 1 and 2, like it's new, and then 2 has like the hamster, so like again, mutated animals. So yeah, I think 1 and 2
The slug things never really freaked me out, I guess.
they just kind of look silly. They got those big lips.
And
They
they
look
look
like
like
they're gonna give you a
Gary.
smooch.
They do look like Gary.
They do look like Gary, yeah. Or SpongeBob. Get those in with the gruel, and you would have SpongeBob and Gary. So yeah, there's the Monster Blood quadrology.
Maybe in Deep Trouble 2, there was a Patrick we didn't know about.
Yeah, did R.L. Stein secretly copy SpongeBob?
Or did SpongeBob copy R.L. Stein?
Oh, yeah.
I was gonna say,
Yeah, which one
Which one
Which one came first?
SpongeBob.
Goosebumps came before SpongeBob.
came. Oh yeah,
But Monster Blood
SpongeBob
4?
came.
Yep, because SpongeBob wasn't until mid 1999.
Okay.
Yeah, and Monster World 4 came out in 1998, so
Gotcha.
by
Okay.
1 year. Now we have My Best Friend's Invisible, and I would personally throw this in Can I Go Now? Because while it's scary to have like an invisible person in your house, it's basically just your average everyday person. Like it's just a kid.
Yeah. If this was like, if you've ever seen the movie Hollow Man with Kevin Bacon, if this was something like that, that's terrifying. Or even the remake of The Invisible Man, even though like it was good till the ending twist, but the fact that like this one though is just your buddy, it's kind of like not that scary.
Yeah. Now, I will say, if you were in the perspective of Brent with that damn ending, then that would probably be like a living nightmare. If Brent was the main character, I think this would be living nightmare because of that ending alone. But because you're following Sam instead, if you were in Sam's shoes, it's not
Yeah.
really scary because you're just gonna ship him off to the zoo anyway.
Yeah.
The human zoo.
I guess if that's the one thing we look at as protagonists go, like if this is the viewpoint we're taking, then yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And
So-
maybe that's the thing we primarily look at is the protagonist view of the events that have unfolded in their stories.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. Well, that's the thing too.
Which
It's like
takes us
if
to
you're just a normal person and there's just an invisible boy running around, it's like okay, I guess.
yeah, which is
Yeah.
cool.
It's like neat.
Which just
Cool.
takes us to like new heights of like, yeah, okay, that's really cool. Go steal that for me, bro. You're invisible.
Yeah. All right. My hairiest adventure.
Okay.
This is just puberty's
Goofiness,
final boss, bro.
Yeah.
yeah. Goofiness aside, I think it'd be kind of scary if you not the JonTron version of growing hair just because you're hitting puberty, but just the concept of like you don't know what's happening to you. You're freaking out, you're growing hair, you're changing, getting all Teen Wolf,
Yeah.
but you don't know why.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of
It's
scary.
puberty final boss, dude. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
It ain't that scary.
The fact of the matter is, like, if you're growing hair in like ways that are not normal at all, like it's your entire hands are just becoming like coated in fur and hair. That can be scary. I wouldn't say it's on the level of something like Chicken in terms of body horror. I would personally put this in kind of spooky adventure. Because even though it's like body horror in a way, it's really nothing like that scary at first, and at the end it's like, yeah, I was a dog, I just forgot. So it's
Yeah,
like,
the
oh,
ending ruins it.
yeah, it's like everything turned out okay.
Yeah, the ending ruins it. But if you're in the shoes of the protagonist, I could see where that'd be kind of scary. You don't know what's happening to you. You're growing all this crazy hair. You've read about the real life Wolfman, which if you haven't looked that guy up, I think there's actually two of them. I think they're brothers. Dudes are
Yep,
just
look
covered in
it up
hair.
and
They do
should've
look
had
like a
that scene
legit
in the
hair.
book.
Yeah, they do look like legit hairy Larrys. Um, I think it'd be kind of spooky at least.
Yeah, no,
Just
it
because,
would.
you know, teenage boy, you're freaking out anyway. You're growing hair in all these places, and you know,
Stop!
hormones are changing.
Stop! Stop!
Stop.
Stop! FBI should be knocking this door in a
Okay.
minute now.
If you haven't watched the JonTron video we did, you should go back and watch that one. That was
That was so
fantastic.
fucking funny.
Love JonTron stuff.
All right, now we got the Living Dummy trilogy. And all these books are the same in terms of like scariness.
Yeah.
I guess I would probably put all three of them in. I don't know. I don't know if I'd put all three of them in pretty scary.
So I'm gonna hot take this one. and you guys can disagree with me, but
Mm.
I do think the first one was scarier than the other two. So I would put that one in
Yeah.
Living Nightmare because Mr. Wood honestly was quite the a-hole.
Mr. Wood was trying to kill the
And
dog. Like he was trying to strangle that
and
freaking
yeah,
dog.
and as a kid, that'd be terrifying to see this dude, yeah, trying to kill my dog, trying to do all this crap. Yeah. The first one, just I think it would be a Living Nightmare.
Yeah.
While the other two, I would probably throw in Pretty Scary, just because I think it creeps most kids out if you had a living doll or dummy.
Yeah.
I think it'd creep everybody out, but it's about the concept of what the dummy's doing.
Yeah.
You know?
And that's why they throw Mr. Wood into Living Nightmare.
Mhm.
I throw those two probably in Pretty Scary because Slappy just wants slaves. He wants to take over your family. And yeah, that's scary if you're a kid who's like 10 or something, you know. You got the, but again, it's a concept like,
Drop kick him.
yeah, straight up punt him. Straight up NFL punt that sucker. I mean, come on.
Yeah. Yeah. No,
But again, from that age,
I think just the ruthless and brutalness of Mr. Wood kind of elevates that story's sort of scary nature to it, and it would be scary if you were up against that guy. Slappy, leading into the other two books, is creepy, but he's not as like brutal. He's not like physically attacking anybody. He's mostly just kind of doing the mental manipulation, sort of the behind the strings, trying to get people in trouble. I do think that 3 is probably the least scary, and that sucks because it's like multiple dummies alive. But
yeah,
besides Slappy, they don't all really do anything until the end when they kind of just, like pounce on top of him, and then that's just how Slappy dies somehow, or is put at bay.
Go get the family.
Yeah, the episode version, at least Rocky threw him out a window and he freaking exploded. So
yeah, Rocky straight his butt, man.
yeah, he like hit his schnauzer,
threw him out the window.
So no, I agree with that.
Slappy is not a fighter.
No,
Slappy's a lover, as we learned from Pride.
He is a manipulating
a lover, not a fighter.
Guy.
He's the like I said, he's the boss in the car.
Yeah.
He likes to control everything.
He talks the talk, but he can't walk the walk. So, that's the Dummy trilogy. And now we have One Day at Horrorland.
Living Nightmare.
I would say Living Nightmare, yeah. This is pretty...
It's gotta be.
Yeah.
Pretty cut and dry. I mean, if you're in a theme park that you can't escape from, number one, number two, all the rides are can cause you harm or even kill you, and you're in a place surrounded by nothing but monsters, like you're just completely by yourself, it would be scary.
You find out a real
yeah.
Not even suit actors, like real monsters.
And your terror and your fear are entertainment to them. So they try to do it more. And they're not compassionate. So it would be scary. The whole idea of Horrorland is scary, and you can't leave it unless you escape. And even then somehow it manages to come back to you. You can never truly get away from it. So that is scary. I think that's pretty cut and dry. Yeah. So I don't know. You guys got anything to add about that?
I mean, the more and more that they expanded on the Horrorland park in its lore and in the rides that came to be through it, it just became more and more terrifying. And because it's all one shared universe, it expanded your knowledge of what else was in this park, and it got freakier. I can't remember if it was, I think it was Creep from the Deep that they talked about, that there was some dentist thing. I can't remember exactly what it was called, but it was like these horrors were like ripping teeth out of children. And I think it was later said that it was animatronics, but like the concept of that you're sitting in this dentist chair of all of these animatronic horrors that are like digging around in your mouth with tools and stuff. It got freakier the more and more they expanded on it.
Yeah, I definitely think so. And even with the first book, you know, like the mysterious nature of the whole thing, the isolation, there's no one else there besides monsters. It is a really, really terrifying scenario. And I feel like a lot of people would not know what to do with themselves there. Like they would just be like, well, we're stuck here, you know, unless they had the drive to get away. So,
Oh,
yeah.
go straight Rambo and everybody there, man. What you gotta do.
If you or you just go Rambo in terms of instead of shooting guns and hunting people, you just go around pinching, pinch, pinch.
No
Yeah,
pinching.
it was never discussed of what if Luke and Lizzie brought a Glock to Horrorland.
Not today. That should have been the Horrorland sequel. They just go back there with like semi-automatics.
Yeah, honestly.
They came back trained.
Yep. They bring Blade there. Oh man. Phantom of the Auditorium. Sorry, Lauren. I think this is a can I go now.
Yeah.
It's more of a mystery than
can agree.
anything.
Yeah, there's no real. Well, I mean, there is, I guess, a threat, but
There is a ghost,
not.
but it's like it's not really till the end, and even then, he's kind of like defeated pretty easily. You know, it's more about trying to figure out like who is causing like all these things to happen to the play, and it turns out it's just this weird homeless guy / janitor that's doing it all. So
Which is the scariest part about the whole story.
yeah, just a homeless guy. That's scary.
Not the ghost, it's the homeless guy's been living here.
Ah! So I think it's a nice little mystery, but it's not a particularly scary story. I wouldn't be scared if I was in that scenario. Just kind of be like, I want to put on a play. That's all I want to do. I'd be more scared, like trying to memorize my lines.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm more for stage fright.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay. Piano lessons can be murder.
Living Nightmare.
Piano lessons can be murder. I mean, this one is creepy. Just the idea of going to this school where a teacher is planning to like cut off your hands and use them like in this room full of disembodied human hands just playing on the piano forever and ever, and there's ghosts and stuff. This is the episode that scared the shit out of me as a kid.
that scared a lot of kids.
Yeah. So this whole story, if you were in that situation with the ghost in your basement and the weird, creepy teacher who's teaching you piano, who just keeps like touching your hands, it's like, that's scary.
Yeah.
Nowadays, that's probably more,
It's scary for different reasons.
I'm not going to go there. I'm not going to go there. That's scary.
Yeah.
So this one freaked me out because when I read this, I had just started playing the violin, and I don't know, there was something about just the music horror stuff to me that freaked me out. So it was, I had my I don't know, conductor, I guess you would call them. I can't even remember what they're called. I've been out of it for so long, but he kind of reminded me a little bit of the teacher from the book. So it definitely gave me the creeps.
I can imagine. Yeah, so that firmly is placed up in a living nightmare for us. Return of the Mummy. I'd say kind of spooky adventure. Like you got mummies and stuff, and that's kind of creepy. I don't know.
I never found mummies particularly scary, though, because at least the way they're portrayed and described in most books and movies alike, they're slow, they're fragile, and I mean, they kind of got a creepy look about them, but usually you can just like do an Austin Powers judo chop to them and they just fall to pieces.
Yeah.
So it's like,
I do think this one is.
I think pyramids are scarier.
Well, yeah,
because booby traps and the fact that you can get lost in there and potentially never get out.
Mm-hmm.
Pyramids are way scarier, and tombs, and that you could potentially go in there. So now, if they're like mummies from The Mummy with Brendan Fraser, yeah, okay, that's scary.
Yeah, if they were not like the slow shambling ones, then yeah, that would be probably a little scarier. I would put it in kind of spooky adventure. I think mummies can be creepy, and like you said, Nick, being in a pyramid, those are the long corridors and just being lost in one, and then you have the threat of mummies kind of roaming around. It can be creepy, just not like particularly horrifying by any means. And you could easily run away from a mummy. It's just a matter of getting out of the pyramid. So
I could walk away from a mummy.
Yeah.
At least, again, if it's not the Brendan Fraser ones, I could walk away from them.
If it was the Brendan Fraser ones, living nightmare for sure.
Oh, you're done.
Then, yeah,
you're cooked. 100%. You're cooked.
Revenge of the Lawn Gnomes.
I think that's pretty scary.
Yeah, I guess it's on the same level as Slappy, or it's like, you have these things that are coming to life, and this time they're in your lawn and they're making you look bad because they're doing stuff that you get blamed for. I guess it is a little creepy because there's multiple of them too. Like there's not just one, so you can have you could easily be surrounded by these things if you got caught by them.
And they're just vicious, evil little shits. So
ankle biters.
Let's twist them like pretzels.
Episode aside, I mean, even in the book, I thought they were still pretty. I think the episode made them a bit scarier because now you can see like something physical that's there. But I mean, even in the episode, they gave them like sharp teeth, and I thought they ate the colonel or whatever he was.
Yeah.
The end of that, I was like, holy crap! And they just turned him into a statue. But they do have like these magical abilities too. So it's like, okay, so they are kind of like Slappy in a way.
They're just a little more like skittery and yeah.
They're quick.
Yep, they are, and they're dangerous.
Fast little efforts. Yeah.
So I mean, I could totally see where if I just get like a baseball bat or a golf club, the game over, man.
Well, if it's like the movie, then like they'll put themselves back together.
Like, yeah, I would say that if you can break them and they just die, not that scary. But if they're like the movie where they come back together and you can't get rid of them,
that would be.
I don't remember. Did they do that in the book?
I can't. Yeah, I don't remember if they.
I don't remember if they do that in the book. They don't do it in the episode. They're just kind of like.
No, they put it in the episode, but I was trying to think the book. It's been a while. Yeah. I don't remember them doing that, but I could be wrong.
But it is.
Yeah,
creepy.
I mean.
Not to mention that they only do it at night too, so it's like in the dark.
Scenario. Yeah, and you just see glowing eyes in the dark. That's scary too. I don't know. I guess it's the concept of like kind of like the sponge. It's like a household object or a yard ornament or whatever something on a daily basis you could drive by and see, not knowing that it's a vicious little shit that just wants to F your life up.
Yeah.
Maybe even kill you. Why not?
So now we got Say Cheese and Die.
First one I would say would be man, that's tough. I don't know if it'd be Living Nightmare.
I would say
pretty scary.
I'd say pretty scary.
Yeah.
Just because you don't know what it is at first.
Yeah, you don't know what it is. There are definitely more like creepy scenarios, like the crashed car, your friend disappears, that sort of thing. And then also the added thing of Spidey, who is like following you around. You steal the camera and he's just like watching you, stalking you.
Stole Peter Parker's camera. He's coming for you.
Yeah,
Wants
J.
it
Jonah
back.
Jameson's.
Spidey wants his camera back so he can take those photos to J. Jonah.
Yeah, no, what if it was J. Jonah's camera and he's just following you around? He's like, I need that photo, I need those photos of Spider-Man.
He's a menace.
Yeah, yeah, they like pull up pictures on the camera and it's just like all of Spider-Man. It's like, whose camera is this? But it is. There's more mystery in this one, and the scenarios that the camera makes up are definitely more brutal and definitely, you know, the crash car, you know, that sort of thing. That's scary when you get in that car and you know that it's gonna crash at some point. Like that, I'd be pretty freaked out if I was in a car that I knew I was gonna get into an accident. So
Yeah, once you realize what this camera does, it freaks you out, and then you're like, "Oh shit, okay, well, I'm just not going to use it anymore."
it's
Well,
the
that's not the
fear of
case. Yeah,
it's the fear of knowing too much about the future, like having too much
Right.
knowledge of what's gonna happen. So
Most people probably won't want to know what happens in the future.
Yeah.
I would be okay with it personally because I don't care. It's gonna happen anyway. Might as well know about it.
yeah. But say cheese and die
Like,
again.
for instance, if I knew I was gonna die tomorrow, you know what I'd be doing tonight? Not this. 'Cause let me tell you. You know what? I'd be streaking in town, eating like 20 cheeseburgers, and like just going crazy.
I love that
People
the
remember me
streaking
when
was
I'm
your
gone.
first thing.
Oh yeah, streaking with cheeseburgers, man. People gonna remember me before I'm gone.
Jesus.
If I know I'm gone tomorrow. But it's probably the 20 cheeseburgers that end up killing me, so that's probably why I'd probably die tomorrow. Probably a heart attack.
Now we got say cheese and die again. In this fucking book.
Oh god.
Well. If it isn't the consequence,
Exactly. That.
is of Greg's own actions.
No.
I don't
It's like
I don't even think this is scary.
no.
least.
I don't think so. I guess again the body horror
I'm
nature
trying to think
is
of like
like
scenarios.
yeah the body horror nature I guess of like getting like dangerously like skinny or dangerously overweight I guess is a little creepy because again it leads into the uncontrollable body horror. But like you'd have to
No,
be
they
a
got
fucking
Ozempic
idiot
for
to
that
go
now.
back for that camera.
Got no something.
You got
You'd have to
Ozempic for
be-
that now. Fine.
But you would have to be a damn idiot to go after that camera again. So it's like the whole thing. If you were in this situation, you would have to be an idiot. Like, to be like, oh, I need to get the evil camera so I can impress my teacher. It's like, no. So, I don't think.
Can I go now?
I would put it in Can I Go Now. I will at least give credit to the body horror aspect, but that's all the
Yeah.
credit that it's getting there. Piece of shit. Now we got Abominable Snowman of Pasadena. And I would put this in kind of spooky adventure.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
thinking that too.
It's
I mean, it is an abominable snowman. I mean, that can be scary in its own right if written correctly.
yeah. I guess also too the snowball that freezes you. I mean I would probably be freaking out if my friend just froze and like there was no way to really like cure it. So it has some spooky things. I just think being in sunny Pasadena is not a very scary place, and it's such a populated city area that there's no sense of isolation to it.
No.
So, like, yeah.
More mass panic and hysteria would break out at that point, and
Yeah.
I feel this is a Batman or Robin scenario where Mr. Freeze froze Robin. If y'all watch that movie, yeah, it's like
That reminds me of another video where it's like Mr. Freeze freezes Robin and then Batman starts being like, "Oh my God, thaw him out, thaw him out." It was like when you freeze people, their cells explode, they die instantly. He's like, what? I didn't know that. I just wanted to trap him. It's like, how long have you been doing this? Oh my god, I froze the bank tellers, I froze the guards. Funny.
You're a mass murderer. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think it's the same. I haven't seen that one, but there are some really good uh like Batman parody videos out there with I think that the guy's name is Pete Holmes.
Pete
He's a
Holmes,
comedian.
yes.
Mhm.
Love his Batman
Yeah,
parody videos.
I
Bad
love
Man.
those. Yeah, once he did with the one he did with Patton Oswalt as the Penguin was phenomenal.
They go to
That's
sleep,
what that makes me think of.
and then I wake up, just like me, usually with a boner. Oh
If you haven't
god.
watched those videos, go out there and check them out. They're
God,
hilarious.
the fucking
They're
Joker.
incredible.
I remember when I saw the Joker one, like the interrogation with the clown. It was so funny.
Oh my god, yeah.
I got drunk at a birthday party. I'm sorry. Here's the Joker. It looks like the Joker. Oh man.
No, what is I said? I'm Bubbles or something, whatever his clown
Yeah, he's
name
like,
was.
no, like you're garbage that kills for money. No, I'm Wiggles. Garbage is another clown that works the
Wiggles.
east side of Gotham. uh, all right, now we
I
got
had
Barker.
two cookie cherries.
And some, yeah,
I could go.
yeah, some cooking sherry, which is a fortified wine. Ah! Now we got Barking Ghost.
Man.
Okay, putting aside that this is a shit book,
Hmm.
I still don't think this is scary. It's like,
No.
if it was just ghost dogs, that'd be one thing. Like you're just getting stalked by like these dogs. But it's like when you put in like
Like
body swap and pirates, it's not scary. I would just be more confused than anything. I'm gonna be honest, I'd put this in Care Bears. I don't think this is scary at all. What do you guys think?
Dogs are cute. They're not mean.
I mean, dogs can be scary to a lot of people,
Yeah.
but ghost dogs. I mean, your first thought is like, can they really harm me if they're ghost dogs?
I don't know. I wouldn't think so. And they're just they're also just people. Like they're just like dogs with the souls of pirates.
Which is an insane concept.
It's so
You say it out
weird. I
loud.
don't know like where this concept came from. I don't know.
Stein might have been on
Dogs
something when he
are
wrote this
dead.
book.
Possessed by the souls of pirates.
Yeah, I'm putting it in Care Bears.
Arr.
Even the body swap like pirate thing, I don't think is particularly like creepy in any way.
No, I mean, yeah. Even in the situation, I mean, it'd be weird.
Yeah, be strange. Maybe it'd work for like an X-Files episode, but not for Goosebumps. I don't know.
Yeah.
Beast from the
From the east.
hmm. I guess I would put this in kind of spooky adventure. It is creepy being chased by something, especially in a place that you're not familiar with.
Mhm.
So like getting chased by these creatures, I think would be kind of scary. I don't know if I would find it terrifying though. What do you guys
I
think?
could go in between
Depends on
pretty
the
scary and
creature.
kind of spooky.
Yeah.
Yeah. I kind of am in that same boat. I kind of feel like it's a mixture because it all depends on what's chasing you. You know,
Mhm.
if this is a critter situation, yeah, I'd be living nightmare. That'd be terrifying.
The big ball of krites.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah, it depends on what's chasing you. In this case, maybe just kind of spooky.
Yeah, it's a spooky adventure. You would get some heebie-jeebies out of it. Now we got Blob that ate everyone. And there's a few things with this one. I guess if you were in a situation where you can make anything with like what you imagined, I guess be kind of cool. You can like write anything and make it come to life. So I wouldn't find that aspect scary. The blob monster itself is definitely terrifying because it's a huge thing and it just effortlessly eats things.
Mm-hmm.
And you can't stop it. Like, there's no way for you to stop it. But I feel like it's kind of ruined because if you can just like make it go away like with a single thought, kind of you have to figure it out, but it takes away the threat because you're just like, oh, okay, all right, it's gone.
Yeah, that's what makes this difficult. But I guess if you're going in the situation with just the blob alone, I mean, I think that'd be pretty scary.
Yeah.
Until you figure out how to beat it, then it gets,
Yeah.
It's a Care Bears scenario, but
it's
kind of
basically like
line.
a Care Bears ending. It's like, just make it.
Yeah,
I wish
it
could
is.
go away.
I know that these aren't technically in order, but like if you could put it like at the very front of kind of spooky,
Yeah.
like where it's right on the edge, I feel like that's kind of where I would put it.
Yeah. I would say this is in the upper echelon of like between these two.
Yeah.
So for sure, it's definitely like, yeah, I would say so. I'll just put it up there to say that we did, but it's got a lot of scary aspects to it, but the threat is kind of eliminated when you figure out, oh, I can just wish it away. Also, I don't factor in the ending because it's kind of like an out of universe meta sort of thing. Like, I guess if you were aware that you were not in control of your own story, I don't know. I don't really count that. If you were just in the shoes of the protagonist and like things that you wrote down were coming to life and then this big blob comes, it'd be scary.
Right.
Agreed.
So, Cuckoo Clock of Doom. I personally put this in pretty scary. The Cuckoo Clock of Doom. I'd put this in
I think so too, just for the simple fact it's not so much about going back in time, but it's the fact that you might go too far and undo yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like eventually if you don't do anything, like you will cease to exist. So that is a scary it's a very cosmic existential sort of threat. And like once you get to like being too like so young that you can't even walk or go anywhere on your own, it's like you're kind of screwed.
Would it be kind of cool though?
I would say that'd be Living Nightmare then, wouldn't it?
If you yeah. I would say so too.
I'm thinking that'd be a Living Nightmare.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be kind of cool though? Like, let's say you're 80 years old, right? And you're like, okay, let's go back.
Just want to Benjamin Button that shit.
I mean, well, wait. In that case, wouldn't the events of your life kind of play out the same way? You would just be living it again. I mean, unless
but like you get more history.
Yeah.
The concept is you can remember what you did and who you met and all this other stuff. Like you don't lose your like maturity of your mind, even though it got younger. Supposedly.
Yeah. You could.
So I guess in that sense, you could not repeat certain things, but repeat others that you did enjoy.
But that's just assuming that you had full control over how the clock worked. Like if you're in a situation where you don't know like how to work it, like Michael does in the story, then like you feel like it's kind of hopeless because it's like, well, I'm a baby. I can't, unless my parents take me to the pawn shop, I can't fix this. And like the next day I'll probably be a fetus again or something. I don't know. Because it's happening so fast
Right.
too. It's like one day he'll be 6, and then the next day he's a toddler. Like, so it can happen really,
Yeah,
really
it's
fast.
rapid. It's not like, yeah, not like he has much time. Wink, wink. To fix that.
I see what you did there. So yeah, no, I do think that's living nightmare, because if you don't know how to work it, then it's only a matter of time before you are gone. Poof,
That's what she said.
poof.
Know how to work it.
Uh, now we have now we have Curse of Camp Cold Lake. Um, what do you guys think? Because I do think this is pretty scary.
For
It's in
sure, if not
between.
Living Nightmare.
Yeah, it's in between
I'd say
pretty
pretty
scary and Living
scary.
Nightmare.
It's scary to have a ghost girl that wants to essentially like kill you so you can be their friend forever. But I feel like a lot of the story is brought on because the character like does something selfish. So it's like if you don't do anything selfish, then you're not in the crosshairs of this ghost girl, you know?
Yeah, but how easy is that to do
I mean,
as a child?
Pretty-
You know,
well, just don't be a little shit brat, and then you're all good.
There's a lot of selfish little punks out there.
Yeah. But it is scary. Again, I do personally think camps are scary. And the idea of being stalked by a ghost is creepy. I just don't think it's a living nightmare territory.
That wants to kill you.
That wants to kill
That's
you.
what makes.
So you can be friends
That's
forever.
what to me would make it a living nightmare.
Yeah. But
Well, living nightmare would be dead and stuck with this bitch forever. Oh, that'd be an undead nightmare.
yeah, what would you do then? Like what's the plan after? What's the goal for the future? you
Let's
don't
play
have
hide and seek for the 1 billionth time.
God, I wish I was dead. Oh wait. I wish I was dead. Now we got Curse of the Mummy's Tomb, and I think this goes right up there alongside Return of the Mummy, because it's
Yeah.
basically the same thing.
Yeah,
So pyramids,
sure.
mummies. There you go. We don't need to say anymore.
Not really. It's like I said, it's practically the same book. I mean, yes, there are differences, but nothing so substantial where it's going to change my mind about its spookiness.
Yeah. Now we got Ghost Next Door, and
Ooh.
I think this one's more scary in the existential way, finding out you're dead, but I don't know. I'm a little on the fence about this.
This is, again, if you're going by the protagonist version of this, the only real scary part is the black shadow guy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I guess if
it's a
you're
good
like,
book.
it is a good book. I don't think it's I think it's definitely more emotional. So like there is the Black Shadow person. So I'll put it in Can I Go Now, not as a testament to its quality, but it's a story that relies more on the emotional side of things rather than the horror side. And
Right.
when you get past the existential like thing of yes, I am dead. Like if you found out you were dead, you would probably be freaking out. But once you get past that, it's pretty much just kind of like, okay, well, what do I do now? Like,
It reminds me of the Haunting Hour episode. I think it was called Flight,
Mm-hmm.
where the guy's on the plane sitting next to or the kid sitting on the plane next to like a mid-30s guy, and then at the end of the episode, you figure out that he's dead.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of that same emotional beat.
Not to mention if it's just a story of trying to like find out how to move on. Like the story ends with them, the main character crossing over to the afterlife.
Yeah.
Like it's not scary, it's just life.
Yep.
So, I again, not a testament to its quality. It's a good book. It's just not a particularly scary one. So it goes down to Can I Go Now? One that definitely is not Can I Go Now is The Girl Who Cried Monster. And I don't know. What do you guys think? Is this Living Nightmare material or is this?
I think so. I think so.
It might be a hot take here. I don't think it's pretty scary. And I only say that because, again, if you take this by the view of the protagonist, it's under the assumption, I guess, that she knows that herself, her brother, and her mom and dad are monsters.
Mm-hmm.
So that in itself, finding out that the librarian is also a monster, yeah, that's scary. And yeah, he tries to like eat her, I'm guessing. There's hints at it, even in the episode, which was pretty close to the book overall, if I remember right. But that said, the whole concept of your parents being able just to eat this guy was like, yeah, okay, well, I guess it wasn't that scary after all.
Yeah, it was like you're never in really any danger because it was just like, just invite him in the house and then freaking eat him.
Right. Now, if this was me and I was not savvy to all that, yeah, that'd be a living nightmare. Like, this dude is now stalking me to eat me. But,
it'll definitely be in the upper echelon of pretty scary because it's like, it's along those lines of, if it weren't for the fact that the main character, if like you were exactly like the main character, thus your family were monsters, it's like, yeah, it's scary, but by the end, everything's okay. But if that wasn't a part of it, living nightmare, because you're being stalked by this guy who wants to kill you to keep his secret. And not just kill you, eat you.
Eat you. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where it gets me, and that's why I would have thrown it in Living Nightmare if she wasn't a monster and this was just like a normal teenage girl or something.
Yeah.
Preteen, adolescent girl. But once you figure out, oh, well, she's a monster, she was probably scared at times, but it wasn't a living nightmare for her by any stretch. So I wouldn't say it's a living nightmare because it was a short-lived thing because he got ate.
Yeah. He's dead.
Killed himself. He dead.
He go.
He dead.
He gone.
So now we move on to Haunted Mass Duology, and I feel like we can get this out of the way. We can just put both of these in Living Nightmare.
I 100% agree.
Yeah, these are the best examples of body horror in the Goosebumps series because of the idea of a mask becoming your face forever, and not just that, like altering your personality. And in the case of 2, not only all of that, but aging you, like against your will. That's terrifying. That's terrifying.
And even though Scream of the Haunted Mask,
What's that?
I was saying, even though Scream of the Haunted Mask kind of retconned Haunted Mask 2 a little bit, that one's still even like R.L. Stine knew how to write these books 100%. They were still, all of them were freaky.
Some of his best work, and I think he's even said this, he might have even said it at Curse City when we were there. Or maybe I'm thinking about another interview I watched, but some of his best work comes with Halloween stories.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're to him, they're very fun to write and easy to write. And that shows with a lot of his work, and this being a prime example. Haunted Mask 1 is one of, if not the favorite book of the Goosebumps series. It's his favorite book. But look at all the other Halloween ones too. They're almost all fan favorites. So yeah, I mean, it makes complete sense that this is one of his better works for sure.
Absolutely. So pretty self-explanatory. If you were in a situation where you put on a mask and it became your face forever, you probably would be freaking the hell out. So they are in their spot in Living Nightmare.
You can't get the mask off. your personality, you notice, is changing. Yeah, it'd be freaky, man. Like you're being taken over a little by little.
Yeah.
And to me, like when I was a kid, I was like, okay, I would wear that face forever. That'd be badass. Um, Carly Beth don't want it, I'll take it.
Yeah.
But I'm not a Brad Pitt either, so it's probably an improvement. Uh, I'm more, gosh, got that little Nicky face going.
Jeez. Oh, the little
Face of a
Nicky.
shovel. So yeah. Two, I think two might be actually more of a living nightmare than one in that sense.
Well, it's because you're
Just because,
aging
yeah,
too. Yeah.
I think it's because you're a teenager who's now like leaped forward in time like 70 years. And
Yeah.
you're like an old man and you're like getting
You're
older and you're
dying.
like dying.
Yeah.
It's kind of fucked up. That'd be a living nightmare 100% more than the Haunted Mask one, in my opinion.
For sure. Another one I honestly feel like needs to be up there is Haunted School, personally, because imagine being trapped in a world with no color, no emotion forever. Like there's basically no way out. That's scary. Like this is a creepy concept for a book. And the ending basically shows that like they may have escaped, but they're gonna go right back in there.
It actually encapsulates the title of Living Nightmare
Yeah.
quite well.
Yeah. Like you don't even know how long many of those kids have been trapped there. It could have been like years, like many years. They're just stuck there in this gray, colorless world. It's horrifying.
It was weird when I had one of these kids come up, start snapping his fingers at me. It's like, God dang, man, that's like 60 years ago. It's like, you've been here for a minute.
Yeah. Like, dude, you look good for being like freaking 80. Now we got the Headless Ghost, and I think this one's pretty scary. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I wouldn't say that's a living nightmare because when you go through the protagonist's story, it's not like they become a headless ghost or even a ghost in the end. So it's pretty scary. It'd be a scary situation, but obviously it's not one that they like
Yeah.
are 100% trapped in.
Yeah.
It
I would
be
even
a
argue
living
that maybe
nightmare.
it's like a kind of spooky adventure because they can
I
like,
still think it would be scary. I mean, there's a headless ghost. I mean, that's kind of jacked
yeah,
up.
if there, I guess if there's a ghost that's trying to like pull your head off,
Yeah, I'd say that's
yeah, that is
because there's a threat level there. If
yeah,
there was no threat level, I would say it would just be kind of spooky. But there is a threat level.
yeah. Horror Camp Jelly Jam. Ah, hmm.
Again, it's another camp story. You're there for a minute. It's not like a overnight scenario.
So I would put this in pretty scary if it weren't for the fact that they defeat King Jelly Jam so easily.
Oh, easily.
So I'm gonna put it in kind of spooky adventure.
It was Buddy who was more terrifying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The culty nature of the camp is definitely more scary than King Jelly Jam himself.
Yeah.
Well, if you judge it by that, just the concept of being in this weird cult camp, I don't know. I could see it going to pretty scary.
Oh, for sure. Like it, and if there were more of like a threat level, like if King Jelly Jam himself wasn't like so easy to take down, like honestly, I'm surprised it took him this long to like figure out how to just
Yeah.
lay down and not let and just let him smell himself. Like it's like you guys didn't think about this at all. So
To be fair, who would ever think smelling yourself would kill you?
yeah.
True.
I mean, I guess the idea of
my own stuff.
like he could like eat you, like I guess is scary, but again, like all they have to do is just lay on the ground, and he's too fat to like even bend over and pick him up. So in terms of like, I feel like it's perfectly down the middle. Because of the cult nature. If you were in this camp that like treated everything like it was a life or death situation, like to win these games, and then your reward is to clean this disgusting smelling creature, that would be scary. But once he's defeated, everything's okay again, and yeah, it's like some threat. So.
Yeah, I think it just depends again on your view as the protagonist. Like, would it be a living nightmare? Is this like Heavyweights where you've got, Tony Perkis taking away your meals and having you exercise all the time and you're having to sneak in fast food, or, that'd be a living nightmare.
Yeah. Exactly.
This one,
Scarecrow.
I'm okay with that, or maybe even like lower, pretty scary. So,
yeah.
I mean,
I feel like it's in that
situational, I think.
Yeah, it's in that realm.
Yeah, I'd probably put it like next to Plot They Ate Everyone. So now we got Scarecrow Walks at Midnight, and I think this is either pretty scary or living nightmare. What do you guys think?
I'll make the argument for living nightmare just because no, his name's blanking me. The guy that started it all. Why am I forgetting his name? Yes, Stanley. He made it even creepier because the whole thing was because he wanted things his way.
Mm-hmm.
So like him, I almost feel like the scarecrows are an extension of his desires, and when you take into consideration that it's a person doing this,
yeah, like he's holding him hostage basically to like do what he wants to do. Otherwise, it's like, you don't do what I want, I'll just make them come to life.
Yeah, it's the concept of what Scooby-Doo taught us, is that the scariest thing in real life are other people, not ghosts or demons.
And the scarecrows themselves are really creepy. Like, scarecrows are just in general really creepy, like, things to come to life. And when you're in a huge farmland with nothing for miles, and these things are just closing in on your house, I'd be shitting bricks.
There's shadows outside their window and
banging, like let me in, let me in. Yeah. That's,
I mean, I could 100%, yeah, could see that. Mostly just because, again, it's the way they had to go day to day. Like, it was an actual living nightmare for them. It wasn't because just of the scarecrows. It was because of Stanley.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I like cherry pie.
Cherry's my favorite.
Cherry's my favorite. Yeah, it's the dummy situation. I would just straight up Spartan kick him, but
yeah, he's an old guy. You could probably shatter his hip or something. I don't know.
Yeah. Kick him in his chest. It's fine.
We got to put Werewolf Fever Swamp right up there.
Agreed.
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
No question.
No, that is freaking terrifying. If you're living in this swamp and this freaking werewolf was breaking into your house trying to kill you, yeah, no question. That's a living nightmare.
Yeah. Chasing you through the swamp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And swamps are already creepy. And they got like quicksand and shit.
Even the protagonist's point of view, and that's what we're looking at all this. I know we've said that multiple times, but this is one of the scarier ones. 100%. Because again, yeah, you got family who don't believe you that there's a werewolf, but you're sure there's one. And then, yeah, the night of full moon, it's like, oh crap, yeah, now we're all screwed. So, but not knowing that it's your new friend and neighbor, who more than likely killed his own family, by being a werewolf. Yeah, it's pretty dark.
Not to mention being out in that swamp like too late at night, Like, if you're out there when there's a full moon and you're like lost in that thing, you better be watching your ass. Because somebody
just
might
jump
be
right in that.
Yeah.
Right that bog.
So, yeah, no question about it. That one's a living nightmare. Now we have, we're down to our last 5, and we have vampire breath. And
I'd say pretty scary.
I liked this one a lot,
Maybe
so it's
kind of
hard. The bias again is coming out.
I would personally put it in kind of spooky.
I'm trying to think of like what I mean. It's a vampire with no teeth.
Exactly. That's why. If it was a vampire who was like, yeah, nothing was stopping him. Like, the fact that he has no teeth and he has to find his vampire breath in order to like even do anything to these kids. If I was in the situation, I'd just be like, fuck no, I'm not helping you find your teeth. Like, why would I do that?
Right.
Like, you can't do it. You can't do anything.
It seems counterproductive to my
It's
health.
almost like Avengers Endgame. So hear me out.
Yeah.
Thanos is scary, and he's searching for the Infinity Stones. This one also is scary because he needs the vampire breath. I'm trying not to let my bias come through.
He's searching for the vampire stones.
Yeah, he's looking for his vampire Infinity Stone.
Well, to be fair to Thanos, he is a much more threat than old grandpa vampire with no teeth.
Well, that's another thing too. If you're going by like how this story plays out, it's like, dude, that's your freaking grandpa. Like, you're basically just playing tag with your grandpa.
What's crazy is like, to me, I never thought about it before, I guess, but how did they not know that that's grandpa? Like, why would they have never met before now?
I don't know. Yeah, it's weird
wasn't
that they
he
never.
asleep for like decades?
Yeah, like
Wasn't
a
that the
very
whole
long
concept?
time.
Like, yeah, like it was like they never would have had the opportunity.
I think in the episode they don't even know. Well, in the episode and the book, I don't even think they knew that he was in there. Like, they're like surprised by the fact that he's even there.
Yeah, and that's crazy to me. It's like, okay, so say you haven't met him just because say he's sleeping, which again, it's weird that he would like hibernate or whatever.
Yeah.
But in that case too, it's like, would your parents not just tell you, like,
Yeah, we're all vampires.
Well, the whole concept, at least in the show, was that you don't know until you
downstairs.
are a teenager. Is that correct? Like when they turn, was it 13?
It was
Well, that's just when it's just when they get their fangs.
Yeah.
But it doesn't
that's when
mean
they
like
figured out that they were
They
vampires.
never go outside, like, ever.
Well, no, they never the parents never told them for whatever reason. That was weird, and that's what I'm saying. Like, they didn't know until their parents did tell them, and it's like, oh, it's midnight now. You get your fangs. You're teenagers now, and here are your coffins. Hey, good night.
What if,
like,
what if
what?
they didn't do any of that and like you're just like sitting on the couch and all of a sudden you're just like, oh my god, and then like, what the hell are these? Like, surprise!
I stabbed myself in my bottom lip.
I just bit my fucking lip. I'm sucking my own
Just go to
blood
bed that
now.
night and they forgot to tell you, why do I have coffins in here? Oh my god, they're gonna kill us.
Yeah.
I would just think at that
Now
point,
that would
my
be
mom and
scary
dad
if
were
you
ready to
thought your
kill me.
parents were gonna kill you because they put coffins in your room. That would be scary.
Yeah.
But I think it's a kind of spooky adventure. I think it's just because like the vampire is not really a threat until he gets the breath and then he finds his fangs again. And even again, if you're looking at it through like how everything plays out in the story, it's like by the end everything's okay. So kind of spooky. I would.
Yeah, they all chuckle. I could have hurt you. No, you couldn't, Gums.
Yeah.
You would have gummed me to death, maybe. But yeah, no.
Now we have Welcome to Camp Nightmare. I put
That is a living nightmare, in my opinion.
Yeah, it is. It's
When you think about everything Billy went through, it is a mind fuck. It is again, it's not a quick overnight thing. It's happened gradually. over your time at this camp. You're isolated from everyone, especially at the end. Feeling alone, like that is a nightmare.
Yeah.
And like, and you're the only one right in the head, but everybody else is convincing you you're not. It's like, bro,
Yeah.
I know that dude was real. Okay,
Yeah.
I talked to
It's
him.
like you feel like you're going insane because it's like, is this actually like, am I not imagining that these people are real? Like, is any of this real? It's psychological stuff. And again, that psychological stuff will mess with your head. So,
Then on top of that, with what you think is a threat of Saber as well.
mhm.
So
And the
yeah, that's a
thinking that one of
nightmare.
your friends got mauled by that thing, like just
Yeah,
literally torn to ribbons. So it's scary. There's a lot of threats out in that camp. Like that camp's crazy as hell.
Yeah.
yeah, that was a
Even the
wake up
ending,
every day not knowing.
even the ending, like, okay, so put yourself as a human on Earth. If you went through all of this to go then explore Mars, right? I
Yeah.
feel like you'd still be a little freaked out of like, what? Why am I don't want to leave home?
Wait, I,
You
I
know?
did all this so I could go to another planet? Like what? Yeah, it's a crazy story. I definitely would be freaked out if I was at this camp and just like friends are getting snake bites and drowning, and then they're just like, "What are you talking about? There's no people like that here." Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Oh,
Mm-mm.
Jay,
Now we got werewolf skin.
holy Larry.
Um, werewolf skin. I don't know if I'd say this is living nightmare. I'd probably say pretty scary.
Again, I'm going to throw myself in the shoes of the protagonist here. That'd be, I would say that, yeah, I'd say that'd be pretty scary. I mean, werewolves in general that'd be a living nightmare if you're facing them like constantly. But he was never, it seemed like, an immediate danger.
Yeah, and if you
He
just keep this,
wasn't.
He was locked in his room.
yeah, like if your aunt and uncle
Or,
are just locking you in a room every night and just they're just like, look, just don't leave, stay
yeah,
here, you know, then it's not that scary because they're like, okay, they're werewolves, yeah, but you're pretty
they're
safe,
protecting you.
yeah.
Yeah.
So you would only be unsafe if you deliberately went outside and tried to go after them. So
Yeah, if it was one of those scenarios where he was outside facing both of them while they had the werewolf skin on,
yeah,
that's one thing. But
yeah. And I guess trying to
yeah,
keep it away from them can be a little creepy because you're trying to like avoid them while also carrying like you're wearing these gross, sweaty skins. It's more
yeah,
gross than anything because they say like
Yeah.
these things stink.
I got to. You've been sweating inside of a suit all night. You know what I mean? Like seals in the flavor.
Oh God.
God, is that another Pete Holmes reference?
It was.
uh,
Very
I won't
seals in the
spoil that
flavor.
one. That one's really funny.
It's really gross, but it wasn't.
Yeah, that was funny. Now we got Why I'm Afraid of Bees. And I guess by fairness, this would also go in pretty scary because it's pretty similar to Chicken Chicken. What do you guys think?
Yeah, the body horror aspect of it.
Yeah. It's like your head's your brain is in the body of this bee. It's pretty creepy and like you're a small thing in this huge world now. I can see how that could be really scary to someone. I think that would be really scary to just be in the body of a small insect
Yeah.
because of how many things that threaten small insects in our world. So, I think
Again, this goes back to the reincarnation thing.
yeah.
Comes back as a bee. No
Why a
one.
bee?
Ugh.
I want to pollinate the earth. You can do that as something else, not a bee. Why do you want to be a bee? so I can
Unless you're
sting
in the B
somebody.
movie.
Yeah, for your Jerry
Then-
Seinfeld.
Yeah.
You like jazz?
Who are these people?
And we're ending things off with, I personally think, not a bang. It's more of a whimper. You can't scare me.
Kind of spooky, only because of the mud monster.
The Mud Monster is
But
kind of freaky.
The Mud Monsters
that
are
was
freaky.
only that was really only at the end, right?
Yeah, and
it was a
even
very
then, it's like you.
short-lived.
Yeah, I don't
It
know.
wasn't even that scary.
It seems like
the
you
way
get.
it was written.
It seems like it's pretty easy to get away from them too, and at least in the book version. I don't know. I would even argue that it'd be in Can I Go Now because I'm gonna put it there.
Yeah, I would say that, and I think that encapsulates even the how that ended.
Yeah, it's
Where he
just
got
kind of
talked to
like
death, and you just laughed. Like, can I go? Okay, bye.
yeah. This isn't really like a scenario where you're like trapped or anything. It's just kind of like they went into a place they weren't supposed to deliberately, but they also got out of there really fast. Like clearly the threat is not threatening enough to keep them there. So
Right.
yeah. No, it's Can I Go?
All right. You're scary if you're a giant mud monster. It can be stopped by a little girl and just chill there while she bitches at you. You know?
Yeah, I guess that could be kind of scary.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I've been there. I've been there, man. I got a teenage daughter. I get it.
Oh, you're living it. You're living that nightmare.
I'm living the nightmare.
And that is our tier list. All 62 original Goosebumps books ranked by how scary it'd be to be in those scenarios. So just a quick recap for Living Nightmare. These are the scariest Goosebumps scenarios. We have Attack of the Jack-O-Lanterns, Welcome to Dead House, Stay Out of the Basement, Ghost Camp, I Live in Your Basement, Let's Get Invisible, Night of the Living Dummy 1, One Day at Horrorland, Piano Lessons Can Be Murder, The Cuckoo Clock of Doom, Haunted Mask 1 and 2, Haunted School, Scarecrow Walks at Midnight, Werewolf of Fever Swamp, and Welcome to Camp Nightmare. In Pretty Scary, these are the ones that are, as I say, pretty scary. Not the scariest, but they're pretty scary. We have Girl Cried Monster, Night in Terror Tower, Beware the Snowman, Chicken Chicken, Egg Monsters from Mars, Ghost Beach, How to Kill a Monster, Living Dummy 2 and 3, Revenge of the Lawn Gnome, Say Cheese and Die, The Curse of Camp Cold Lake, The Headless Ghost, The Werewolf Skin, and Why I'm Afraid of Bees. In Kind of Spooky Adventure, these are the ones that are down the middle, not quite super scary, but there's a little bit of stuff that could give you goosebumps. We have Blob That Ate Everyone, Horror Camp Jelly Jam, Be Careful What You Wish For, Calling All Creeps, Deep Trouble 2, How I Got My Shrunken Head, It Came From Beneath the Sink, Monster Blood 1 and 2, My Hairiest Adventure, Return of the Mummy, Abominable Snowman of Pasadena, Beast from the East, Curse of the Mummy's Tomb, and Vampire Breath. In the Can I Go Now category, these are the ones that maybe have one or two things but are virtually boring, not scary. We have Shocker on Shock Street, Attack of the Mutant, Deep Trouble 1, Monster Blood 4, My Best Friend's Invisible, Phantom of the Auditorium, Say Cheese and Die Again, The Ghost Next Door, and You Can't Scare Me. And Care Bears is scarier than these books. Bad Hair Day, Don't Go to Sleep, Go Eat Worms, How I Learned to Fly, Legend of the Lost Legend, Monster Blood 3, and The Barking Ghost. So that is our list. How do you guys feel about this list? You feel it's pretty accurate overall?
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely think that we were able to make things pretty accurate.
Yeah, I feel pretty satisfied.
Still stuck on Vampire Breath, but
Yeah, there's a few that may or move down the list for me, but overall, yeah. Because Vampire Breath, I might even move down a little bit. Even the You Can't Scare Me might even be a Care Bears thing. But
yeah,
because I mean, Mud Monsters, they by default would be scary if they weren't written in such a way where they're just not scary at all and easily defeated. So.
Well, that's the thing, that going through all these stories, it's like there's a lot of them where we're like, yeah, these are horrifying, don't want to be in these. And then there's other ones where like, how is this even scary? How is something like Go Eat Worms or don't go to sleep scary. Like I could sleep through those kinds of stories.
It's weird how their polar opposites happen. Of okay, welcome to Dead House. Go eat worms. It's like, how did you trail off so far?
He lost the plot.
Lost the plot. Quite literally. Legend of the Lost Legend. Legend of the Lost Plot. And of course, this is just our opinions, but you guys at home, we want to know your thoughts. Where do you rank all these books in terms of how scary they'd be to be in real life? Like, do you agree with our picks? Do you feel like, some of them might be in different spots for you? Do you think that Go Eat Worms is a living nightmare? Let us know. We're going to leave a link to this tier list in the description below. So feel free to make your own tier lists, and feel free to tag us so we can see them, because we're interested to see what your guys' opinions are, as always. And of course, as always, if you want to see us do more tier lists on the Goosebumps books or episodes, stuff like this, a little more out of the box, let us know in the comments. We always appreciate the suggestions. But yeah, I think that's going to do it for our tier list and tonight's episode of the Goosebumps Crew. As always, make sure you follow Nick at Shawin on YouTube and Instagram. You can also follow our producer, Hayden, making, again, his second appearance. Hayden, where can our audience find you again? Over on your social medias?
At Dropshot, DR0PSH0T. I do a lot of gaming stuff on there. But yeah, I'll be doing a lot more Goosebumps stuff on this channel as well.
Absolutely. I mean, Hayden's been helping us a lot with behind the scenes stuff, just kind of lurking in the background, helping edit our episodes, but he's going to be doing some videos of his own pretty soon, so we're excited to see those. And you can follow him over on his social medias. That's in the description as well as links, of course, to our social medias. If you like today's episode, make sure you have a like and comment, subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on our audio platforms and social medias. All those links are in the description below, so check them out. We'll have another episode for you next week. But until then, this has been the Goosebumps Crew Podcast, and from all of us here, I want to wish you all, as always, to take care, stay safe, and have a very scary day.